You don't want to go to work tomorrow and be like, oh, I hope this day's fucked up. You don't want that. And the judges are the same way. They don't want complications. They don't want scrutiny. They don't want these YouTubers making all these damn videos about them. They want an easy day at work. And so this judge, even though we're supposed to start at 11, if Brian Steele calls the judge's office and say, hey, man, we need 2 more hours, judge is going to be like, take it. The same judge who's like, oh, we need to start on time. We need to start on time. If they're talking about a plea offer, if they're talking about a plea agreement, if they're talking about a plea deal, Brian, take all the time you need. Shark, take all the time you need. Adams, how much time you want? Because y'all are saving me work. Y'all see how the judge is. She's all catty. She's all snarky. She's a regular human being. This ain't some, high-level human being. She's just a regular woman, snarky as hell. She wants an easy day. So she will absolutely give all of the defense counsel all the time that they need. So we're going to see if they start at 11 o'clock. It's 10:55 right now. And when we got the mistrial watch and we got it right here. So shit, man. Let me do this. Let me drop the link. Oh, we got AV right here. AV in the chat. How's it going?
Everybody, big day.
It is a big day. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Let them know where you're at, where they can find you.
Hi, everybody. My name is AV. I'm co-host on this channel. I also do my own thing. You see the username below, AV to the 7th power. We've been covering this case for almost 2 years now, Lee.
Jeez.
So it's going to be interesting to see what the outcome may be.
Struggle streaming already. Excellent. Let me unpin that. Kind of, what are your thoughts about this case, AV? How do you see it unfolding?
I think yesterday was a big shock, right? I think there have been over 40 motions for mistrial.
Oh my God.
And we don't get our hopes up anymore. So the fact that the judge was looking at this and was just like, oh, okay, well, you know what? I'm tired of the sloppiness. I'm tired of the mistakes, the repeated mistakes where, she is thinking about the jury at the same time, but it's like, all right, you know what? This is starting to get ridiculous. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And I mean, I was thinking about just the end of our stream last night, especially with some of the commentary that you had, Lead, about, some of the comments the judge was making when these defendants have rights, right? One of the most important rights is the right to a speedy trial. And this trial has been nothing but speedy. It's not speedy at all. It's slow. It's the tortoise and the hare. We're on the tortoise side and it should be on the hare side. So going to be very, very interesting to see what the outcome of today is. I know that people have been lining up all morning at the district attorney's office. So we will see what everybody's choice is. There's 6 defendants. Every defendant has different needs. Every defendant has different charges.
Yes.
So it's going to be crazy.
100%. Shout out to L. Willie becoming a new member. I don't know if you can check Thugger Daily to see if there are any updates about when court is starting, what Matt Shard is talking about. Because I believe you pointed out that Matt had said that court was going to start at 11. We got the stream up right now, guys. So we ready, willing, and wait. We are ready. Again, the judge is absolutely going to give the defense counsel all the time that they need to start it up. So here's what we're going to do, guys. While we wait, we're going to do some Q&A. But we are also going to drop the link. And if you guys want to come up, now here's the thing about coming up, guys. I swear to fucking God. Some of y'all will come up and we'll ask you, we're like, okay, so what do you think about the case? I go, I don't know. Well, what the fuck are you up here for? Don't hit the link. Don't hit the link unless you got some thoughts, man.
Yeah. Thorough thoughts. Think it through.
I'm just happy to be here. Come on. Shout out to L. Willie, man. Thank you so much, L. Willie, for becoming a member. Also, L. Willie gifted 5 memberships. Oh man, we got 6,000 people in here. I know y'all got my likes fucked up. Y'all know what I like. Oh man, y'all are way behind, guys. I need a 2-to-1 ratio. Some one of the members explained to them what a damn 2-to-1 ratio is. We are not here. All right, we are not even close. Your boy need about 3.5. Y'all got me at 2. That is disrespectful. That is disrespectful. Thank you so much, L. Willie. We about to use some of your memberships. Let me slow down the chat and then I'm gonna drop the link. And I want some of y'all to come up and talk to us about this while we wait on this. A couple of other rules. Please don't come up in your driving, guys. We don't want to be responsible for your crash and fiery death. So just be cool. Don't be out here driving. And then, there's a lot of people in here, so we're not going to get to everybody. In fact, we're probably only going to get to 1 or 2% of y'all. So if you hit the link, you have to be prepared not to be called up. This lady, she hit the link and she didn't get called up and she was mad as hell. She was mad. She went total Karen on me. And I was a member and I'm going to unsubscribe. I was like, it's 1,000 people back here. So listen, just to avoid all of that, just assume that you will not be called up. All right, but let me drop the link. You got any word on is it Thugger Daily or anybody saying anything?
So it has been pushed back to 12, but that's okay. The other thing that we can do, Lead, if you want, we can also check out you and I's initial reactions to opening arguments because we have some time to kill.
Oh, you know what we can do? I didn't cover that. Y'all remember when Judge Glanville ordered your boy Brian Steele to be incarcerated, and the Supreme Court overruled Glanville.
Yep.
And while we wait, we can take a look at that. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, because I think I sent that to you, so you should have it.
Yeah, let me pull that up. And if y'all want to support AV, y'all see her Cash App down there. Let me see. Let me pull this up, guys. And this actually came from the Georgia Supreme Court, which is the highest court in the land in our state. And y'all remember good old Glanville. Y'all know how he is. And this was fiery. This judge we got now, she just snarky as hell. All right, but Glanville and your girl, what's her name, Love, they would go at it. They would go toe to toe. Who remember this bullshit right here? Let me show you something right quick. Who remember this shit? Y'all remember it with old Glanville and Love? Let's take what's going on with this? Why isn't this playing? Hold up. Your boy struggle streaming.
You put in the red pocket square. Now we got something new happening.
Man, I just be on my shit, man. I don't even know. I just be changing it up. Oh, it just disappeared on me.
While you do that, huge shout out to Full Drinking and Half Thinking for sending me an $18 Cash App. Thank you, Full Drinking and Half Thinking.
Shout out to Full Drinking and Half Thinking.
And shout out to Audrey with another 10. She says, thank you for all you do. Thank you, Audrey.
Thank you so much, Audrey. Well, that disappeared on me. So let's take a look at this reversal where your boy Glanville got slapped down. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me pull it up here. Bam. Bam. What do we have here? October 22nd. What's the date today? It's the 24th. This came out 2 days ago. Steele versus the states. Okay. Shout out to Brian Steele. one of the foremost criminal defense attorneys that we have in the state of Georgia. His reputation down here, guys, y'all see it's well deserved, and it really does precede him. And y'all are just hearing about Brian Steele, you know, in this case, but Brian Steele has just been a killer for years. And before Steele, it was Bruce Harvey. Y'all know that old attorney in the back with the ponytail? He was Brian Steele before Brian Steele. And so these are some real heavyweights that are in this YSL trial. Let me see here. AV, do you want to start us off here with Peterson, the presiding judge?
Yes, let's get started. A trial court found attorney Brian Steele in contempt of court for refusing to tell the court how he learned about the court's ex parte hearing with the witness and prosecutors in a case in which Steele is representing one of the defendants. Steele appeals from that contempt order, arguing that the evidence did not support a contempt finding because he did not interfere with the court's administration of justice. His information was protected by attorney-client privilege, and due process required the judge to recuse from the contempt proceeding.
All right, so what are we talking about here, guys? Y'all remember that damn ex parte, the first one?
Oh my God.
Come to find out there were other ones.
Many.
But the first ex parte hearing where there was a mole, you know, the judge was meeting back with, that was with Woody. Judge, Woody, Kayla Bumpus. Y'all remember Kayla? They had all met in Glanville's secret chamber. Now, I've been in them chambers. And it's a big office that he has. I have been back there. Shout out to Glanville. But they were all meeting back there, and Woody and Kayla were on one side of the office. His office, guys, is shaped like you could say almost like a rectangle. So Kayla and Woody were at one end of the office, one end of the rectangle, and then the judge was sitting down at the other end, and they were trying to whisper so that the judge couldn't hear. It was attorney-client privilege. And then who was it? Adrian came in and talked about keep your voice down because the judge is listening. Why didn't the judge leave?
Right.
Why didn't he get his ass up and leave?
Mm-mm.
It's like, keep your voice down. I see the nigga sitting right there.
Not even that. Like Woody saying, I did these crimes.
Oh my God. So what if Woody asked the judge, so what if I murdered somebody? Like, this whole damn thing is a shit show.
I love this case.
So of course it gets out. There's a mole. Turns out everybody thought it was Kayla, including
I thought it was her, and it wasn't.
It was the detective. No, it was one of the officers, the bailiffs, yes, who snitched and said, Brian, they meeting back here. And yet I don't see none of y'all back here. I don't see Shark. I don't see the black dude Adams. I don't see nobody back here. Where y'all at? Bro was like, I didn't even know about this shit. When was this? It was this morning. So when Brian got up, when he's found out about it, actually, I wish I could pull that clip because Brian and the judge were going at it.
They were going in. You want me to grab it for you?
Yeah. And the judge was threatening Brian with incarceration. Like, you better tell me. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to tell me. Steele said the coldest shit. Steele said, I don't need 5 minutes. I ain't telling you neither way. I don't need 5 minutes. So that's what this case all stems from. It stems from Brian finding out about the ex parte meeting, and the judge wanted to know. Y'all remember the judge talking about knowing about this meeting violates the sanctity of my office. And Brian Steele wrote a response and filed it. And he said, let's look up sanctity. What does it mean? It means holy. Judge, are you saying that your fucking office is holy? I've been in that office.
Sacrosanct. That's it. That's what it was.
Yeah, the sacrosanct nature of my office. I've been back there. It's a nice office. Is the shit holy? No, it is. Ain't nothing in that goddamn building holy. Right? So let's take a look.
I dropped a clip in our private chat.
All right. So actually this is kind of what this whole case is talking about. Let's go back for a second. And this is only a few minutes long. But give me 1 second here, guys. Pull this up so we can all get a refresher about what the hell happened. And y'all don't know about these damn refreshers. The judge had to order Love and had to order Hilton to a refresher course on how to do the damn case. But this is what we're talking about right here. Let me show you guys just a couple of minutes when Brian found out about the meeting. Let's go.
The way I understand my constitutional obligations, pursuant to the 6th and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution, the corresponding sections of the Georgia Constitution, I'm required to make a full and complete statement to the court. For the record, and if God forbid this goes up on appeal for the appellate courts or another tribunal, commission.
And it did go up on appeal. It went all the way to the Georgia Supreme Court. So it did go up. So Brian knew that this case was about to come up.
For administrative body, I was told based upon information and belief that when we arrived at 8:30, 9 o'clock today, we did not come into your courtroom until almost 11:30. And what I found out just recently, this is not waived, is that supposedly in chambers, this honorable court reporter at times, honorable court at times, district attorney or district attorneys from the DA's office, as well as investigators, sheriff deputies, Mr. Copeland and his counsel met together. None of the defense team, to my knowledge, was aware that this was going on. It was told, based upon information belief, that it was told to the district attorneys that Mr. Copeland intended to plead the Fifth Amendment. Then I was told, based upon information belief, that Adrian Love, the lawyer for Mr. Copeland and this court, were together, and Ms. Love made representations that John Melnick supposedly spoke with some attorneys for the accused and wrote an email to Ms. Love, to Adrian Love, stating that Mr. Melnick does not represent the witness, and that Mr. Melnick wrote an email saying F you, and then somehow.
And y'all remember Melnick. Y'all remember what happened? He got suspended. Y'all remember we covered that case about why he got suspended?
Oh my God.
This whole damn case, this entire case has been drama after drama after drama. Let's go.
Now that email was CC'd to me. That never.
Mr. Steele, can I interrupt you for just a second?
Here we go.
I'm kind of disturbed because that's ex parte.
Uh-oh.
All that was an ex parte conversation. How did you find out about any of that?
Well, I'm disturbed too. And the reason
I'm asking you a question.
And
how did you find out about it?
I'm going to ask you the question.
Okay.
Scuttle, if you look at SCUDDER versus state, which is 298 Georgia, 438, it's Division 2, 782 Southeast 2D 638, 2016. Our highest court says when a court meets, because Mr. Copeland comes in, meets with the court supposedly made statements, which I assume is somehow what accurate based upon what you just said. We're entitled, Mr. Williams and every other person wrongly charged here is entitled under the Georgia Constitution to be present. That's a critical stage.
It's just like when you meet with me and you and Mr. Adams meet with me and others have met with me. It's those were ex parte for a lot of different other reasons, but I will certainly note that for purposes of record.
Well, I'm going forward. What I was told was that Mr. Copeland said,
and you haven't answered my question yet.
I'm not.
How
did
you
answer that question?
Wow.
You're not.
No, I will not answer that question.
Why will you not answer that question?
Because I want to make sure that what I say is accurate, and I'm not trying to.
No. I'm asking you, how did you get this information?
I'm not telling the court. What I'm saying is based on information.
Okay, well, listen, if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have some problems.
We can have this. I have problems right now.
Okay, I know. Look, I don't want to know about your problems. Okay, at this point in time, all I'm asking you at this point in time is, how did you come upon this information? Look, if the case gets reviewed, the record's going to be available for our appellate court and for whatever reason. But it's disturbing that how somehow you have surreptitiously gotten information in regard to
Surreptitiously.
private ex parte conversations with a party. I mean,
A
I would
party,
like, yes.
a witness who was sworn in Friday, the court's telling, this is what I was told. If this is not true, not true. This court
Mr. Steele,
handed
ask me,
Mr. Copeland.
tell me how you
perjury.
got, tell me how you got the information.
Listen, whatever you want to do.
Tell me
I'm
how
not
you
telling
got the information, then we can go ahead and go forward.
I'm not going to say that. What I'm going
Well-
to say is this. I was told, and I hope this concerns the court.
It
I was
concerns me that you have proprietary information
Why is it
or
proprietary?
information that you should not be having that was ex parte
Why?
with a party,
Why?
state of Georgia.
How about the witness? How about Mr. Copeland, who supposedly announced he's not testifying and he'll sit for 2 years, and then supposedly
That's
this honorable court,
okay.
or excuse me, let me rephrase that. This court supposedly said, I can hold you until the end of this trial. Ms. Hilton supposedly said, actually, all of the defendants and then all 26 people are disposed of. If that's true, what this is coercion, witness intimidation, ex parte communications that we have a constitutional right to be present for. So I understand that you're upset towards me, but I don't know what I did.
Mr. Steele,
I'm
I
doing
still
what
want to
everybody
know,
should
how did you come upon this information? Who told you?
What I want to know is, why wasn't I there? Why,
Wow.
sir?
I'm going to hold you in contempt if you don't tell me who the,
I'm not,
tell me who this
I
information
don't
was
want to
come
be
from.
held in contempt.
Well,
I'm not
then-
answering that question. That's attorney-client privilege information. I am not answering that.
Attorney-client privilege, unless you were in my chambers, that's the only way you can figure out.
I am
I
telling
tell you what, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. If you don't tell me
You
who
don't
you-
have to. I'm
if
going
you don't tell me
Woo.
who it is, I'm going to put you.
Well, let me-
I'm going to put you in contempt because
understand.
that is not attorney-client privilege.
Attorney work product privilege. I am not.
How did you
telling
how did you get that information
I don't
supposedly
answer
from
that
my
question.
chambers? Did somebody tell you?
I'm not. You should have told me.
Oh,
You got 5 minutes.
oh.
I don't need it. I want to continue.
You got 5 minutes.
This is what I was told. Mr. Copeland made statements that he admitted to killing Donovan Thomas. And
Wow. I mean, guys, this whole damn case. And you know, this was a big thing for Brian Steele because a large part of his defense is like, hey, Thug didn't kill Nuts. Woody killed Nuts. And Woody's back there talking about, hey, what if I admit to murder?
I did these crimes.
All right. And so, oh man, that was definitely a blast from the past. Here's what we're gonna do, because I don't know if now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I want to go and read all of this. Have you read this already or no?
I have not, so it would be a raw reaction. Pause.
All right, I'll leave it to y'all. What do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to read the order from the Supreme Court reversing Glanville? So put read if you want to read that, or do you want me to invite you guys to come up and y'all talk to us about the case? What do y'all want? What do y'all want? In fact, let me do a poll. Let me do a poll. Which should we do? Which should we do? And I'll just let y'all decide. Review
You get a lot of reads.
Glanville. Oh, really?
Look at them.
Glanville's. Is it just me being lazy then? Reversal? Oh,
AV, do you want to pick it up here?
for real? If I just be a lazy or invite people up. What do y'all want to do? What do y'all want to do?
Vote it up. Hold up. We got a poll up.
Hold up, we gotta poll up. All right, so I got the poll. Y'all just y'all do that. Now let me say something right quick. Shout out to Melinda for becoming a member. She already knew what the hell was going on. Shout out to Slater. Slater Bets. Slater Bets gifted 20 memberships. Now, Slater, you know, he can kind of read the tea leaves. He can kind of know what's going on because I'm looking at my likes and y'all are violating the sacrosanctity. Y'all are violating the sacrosanctity of this community. It's holy. All I want is a 2-to-1 ratio, guys. And y'all got my likes fucked up. Slater said, don't even worry about it, Lead. I'm going to save 20 of them. I'm going to save 20 of them 20 of y'all will not be locked out for 30 days. When they got your lights fucked up, don't even worry about it, Lee. Don't even sweat it. We are going to save 20 souls. So thank you so much. Shout out to What's Blazing Sports. He said he saved me. I know What's Blazing ain't get a damn he said shout out to What's Blazing in sport. Slater saved him. Thank you so much, Slater. Really appreciate that, brother. Thank you. And for all of y'all who got these subs from Slater, please tell him thank you and put a name on it. Y'all hearing in my voice. I'm from the South. All right, we got a thing called Southern hospitality. All right, if you receive one of Slater's memberships, don't just say thank you, nigga. No, say thank you, Slater Bets. Put a name on it. The names must be named. All right. Thank you so much, Slater. I got a lot of other super chats to get to, but apparently y'all want us to review this reversal. So we're gonna do it. AV, go to pick it up. let me do a share screen right quick. But it is interesting to see what the Supreme Court of Georgia considers when they do a case like this. Because remember, Brian Steele, he was ordered to be incarcerated for 20 days. Yeah. So let's pick it up at the top. All right, let's pick it up right here, number 1. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. What happened to Glanville's order that required Brian Steele to be incarcerated for 20 days, basically the whole summer, because it was going to be every weekend? All right, pick it up right here, AV.
Here we go. The record shows the following. Steele represents the defendant, Jeffrey Williams, in an ongoing criminal case charging multiple defendants with, among other things, participation in criminal street gang and conspiracy to violate Georgia's RICO Act. In June 2024, Fulton County Superior Court Chief Judge Oral Glanville was presiding over the trial. During the trial, Judge Glanville found one of the state's witnesses in contempt for exercising his Fifth Amendment privilege against compelled self-incrimination, essentially refusing to testify, despite having been given immunity from prosecution. Judge Glanville adjourned the trial on a Friday and stated he would resume the trial the following Monday and asked the witness outside of the jury's presence whether the witness could testify. The following Monday morning, Judge Glanville held an ex parte meeting with the witness's counsel, and state prosecutors and investigators to discuss whether the witness would testify for the state. The meeting, taken down by a court reporter and transcribed for the record, took place in Judge Glanville's chambers and comprised most of the morning, at the end of which the witness said he would testify. The witness gave limited testimony before a lunch recess was taken. Following the recess,
here we go.
Steele informed Judge Glanville that Steele had learned about the ex parte meeting and moved for a mistrial. Judge Glanville stated that he was disturbed because that is ex parte, and repeatedly asked Steele to reveal the source of his information, informing Steele that if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have problems. Steele refused to reveal his source, and Judge Glanville told Steele that it was disturbing that somehow you have surreptitiously gotten information in regard to the court's private ex parte conversation with a party. Judge Glanville repeatedly told Steele that he was going to hold him in contempt if Steele did not tell him who disclosed the ex parte meeting. Steele claimed that the information was covered by attorney-client privilege, challenged by Judge Glanville. Steele also said it was attorney work product. Judge Glanville then took a recess. Upon returning to the bench, Judge Glanville told Steele there was only one way you could have gotten the information, and that it was not work product. Judge Glanville again asked Steele to reveal his source. And he said he was going to hold Steele in contempt if he refused. Steele said he did not want to be held in contempt. And Judge Glanville responded, I don't want to hold you in contempt, but you, this is so sacrosanct.
Oh my God.
I don't want to hold you in contempt, but this is so sacrosanct to have a conversation in my chambers.
Oh.
Scroll up for me. In my chambers, parroted to you and others. It is that serious. Steele asserted that he could not comply with the court's order without violating Rule 1.6 of the Georgia Rules of Professional Conduct, which states in part that a lawyer, quote, shall maintain in confidence all information gained in the professional relationship with the client, end quote. Judge Glanville rejected this argument and stated, I'm going to hold you in contempt, and you can think about it. Adding that at 5 o'clock today, we'll see where you are, where you stand on that point. Judge Glanville told Steele he was not asking for the sum and substance of what was said, only for how Steele learned about the meeting. Steele responded, I can't do that. Judge Glanville told Steele, I don't want to hold you in contempt, but this is that serious. You cannot eavesdrop and get information that was not meant for you to hear. Steele said he would do whatever you want me to do until 5 o'clock or thereafter, but maintained that the matter was serious enough to warrant a hearing and then move for a mistrial. When Steele said he wanted to get to the substance of the ex parte conversation first, Judge Glanville responded that Steele would be in custody until 5 p.m. because you need to tell me how you got that information. There was a brief back and forth about how Steele possibly learned of the information and whether it was privileged before Judge Glanville said, I'm not going to have any further conversation with you about this. I want to know. The question remains. I want to know who gave you this information? Judge Glanville then said he can go into custody at this point in time.
Oh my God. Send him straight to the back.
Steele was not immediately taken into custody. He made additional arguments in support of a mistrial and repeated his argument that he could not disclose his source without breaching Rule 1.6. Judge Glanville told Steele he could not hide behind Rule 1.6. Steele said he was not hiding behind anything and continued to ask why was he excluded from the ex parte hearing. The prosecutor then made several arguments as to why the ex parte meeting was not improper and why the information at issue was not protected by Rule 1.6. Steele's co-counsel Adams then addressed Judge Glanville, informing him that co-counsel was also in possession of the same information Steele received and that the trial should not continue until the court resolved the ex parte issue. Steele's co-counsel renewed the motion for mistrial, which other defendants joined. Judge Glanville denied all of these motions and said he was going to proceed with the trial. Steele's co-counsel said he would not participate in the trial without Steele. So Adams said, I'm not doing this without Steele. And without the court addressing the ex parte issue, Judge Glanville responded, sir, you're all getting yourselves cross purposes at this point in time. You made some things out of nothing. I think you are on very precarious ground at this point in time. Judge Glanville said that he would continue with the trial and co-counsel could represent Williams. Co-counsel again, so Adams again asked Judge Glanville to address the ex parte issue, but Judge Glanville refused. Judge Glanville then ordered Steele to be taken into custody. As he was being taken away, Steele asked to say one thing, clarifying that Judge Glanville was denying King Slime his right to counsel and again moved for a motion for mistrial. Judge Glanville denied the motion and said the court was going to take a 5-minute recess. When the proceedings resumed without Steele present, Judge Glanville ordered co-counsel to continue representing King Slime. and said co-counsel could consult with Steele on breaks. Adams said he would not, although he respected the court, has to do whatever it believes is appropriate. One of the state's prosecutors suggested to Judge Glanville that he fashion a contempt punishment that would still allow Steele and Adams to continue representing Young Thug, as not to interfere with Young Thug's right to counsel. Judge Glanville agreed. Other defendants continued to press for a transcript of the ex parte meeting, refusing to accept the representations of the trial court and the state that nothing inappropriate happened. Judge Glanville responded that an appellate order could tell him if he was wrong and that there were other bodies in Georgia that could review his conduct. Judge Glanville then said Steele could return to the courtroom, took a recess, and following the recess, reminded Steele that he is still being held in contempt and could purge the contempt if he revealed the source of his information. Judge Glanville told Steele that he would go into custody at the end of the day's proceedings if Steele did not reveal who disclosed the ex parte meeting. Judge Glanville then stated that he might make some other remedies depending on what information I find later. The jurors were then brought back into the courtroom and the trial resumed.
And it's interesting. He says that Glanville says that he might make some other remedies depending on what information I find later. Y'all remember, guys, that Glanville ordered the tapes. He ordered the security tapes.
Give me the tapes.
And he saw all of the, he saw Kayla and he saw all of the defense counsel huddled outside in the hallway. And when he saw that, that's why he thought Kayla was the mole, because Kayla was in the ex parte meeting. And then he saw Kayla through the surveillance videos talking with all of the defense counsel. And that's why he specially ordered her in particular by name to show up on a certain date and to explain why she should not be held in contempt. Judge Glanville, thought it was Kayla because of this this other information that he found out later by telling the bailiffs to go pull the security tapes. Judge Glanville really wanted to know who was the mole.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you want to pick it up here?
At the end of the day, the jurors were released. Judge Glanville asked Steele if he was willing to reveal who disclosed the ex parte information. Steele informed the court that the Georgia Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers sent an attorney to represent Steele because the court accused Steele of eavesdropping, which is a crime. Judge Glanville informed Steele's attorney, Ashley Merchant, that he was about to enter an order of contempt, was offering Steele another chance to purge, and that was the only thing I'm trying to do at this point in time. Steele's counsel argued that due process required Judge Glanville to refer the matter to another judge since Steele was entitled to a hearing and Judge Glanville would be a witness at that hearing. Judge Glanville rejected Ashley's arguments, sentenced Steele to 20 days in jail to be served on weekends, and stated that Steele was not entitled to a supersedis bond. The written order reflecting this sentence did not provide Steele an opportunity to purge the contempt. This appeal ensued. Steele challenges the contempt order on several grounds. We do not reach most of those arguments because we agree with Steele that to afford Steele due process, Judge Glanville was required to recuse himself.
Wow, Judge Glanville. And this is the one thing that Judge Glanville did not want to do. Do y'all remember how hard Judge Glanville was fighting to stay on this case? It was motion after motion after motion for him to be recused. And Judge Glanville would say, no. I'm not going to be giving you a certificate of immediate review. You will have to wait until this case ends, the entire case. Then you can appeal it. And then we'll see whether I should have recused myself. Well, the Supreme Court of Georgia is already saying, yes, we agree with Steele. that to afford Steele his due process rights, Glanville was required to recuse himself. Dang. This is, and let me tell you guys something. Judges hate, they hate one thing more than anything, and it is to be reversed. That is a huge black mark on their record. That is a huge stain, especially to be reversed by the Georgia Supreme Court over something so easy, so elementary. And so the fact that Glanville got himself into this situation where this is on his, this is on his record, this is on his reputation, it reflects so poorly of him. And it just didn't need to happen. But yeah, go ahead and pick it up right here.
Sure. Our precedent makes clear that individuals facing criminal contempt are entitled due process. There's some case law from 2002. The constitutional right to due process applies in criminal contempt proceedings because a conviction can result in the loss of liberty and the levy of a penal fine. Footnote omitted. What process is due depends in part on whether how do you pronounce that?
Contumacious
Conduct occurred in the court's presence and whether a court announces punishment immediately. When the contumacious conduct occurs in the presence of the court, a trial court has the power, when necessary, to maintain order in the courtroom to declare the conduct to be contemptuous and announce a punishment summarily without further notice or hearing, so long as the person that's in contempt has been given an opportunity to speak on his own behalf. So a few cases there. These situations are typically limited to conduct that occurs in open court because such conduct generally threatens the court's immediate ability to conduct its proceedings, such as where a witness refuses to testify or a party disrupts the court. Such summary proceedings are tolerated because a trial court's substantial interest in rapidly coercing compliance and restoring order. If a judge was required to recuse or hold separate contempt proceedings every time a proceeding was disrupted, unruly litigants, lawyers, or other members of the public would essentially possess a heckler's veto. And trial judges would have no way to restore order and proceed with court in a timely fashion.
So what is they saying right here? They're saying, listen, if you guys get in a situation where you would have to pay a criminal fine or you would have to go to jail, in general, you guys are afforded due process rights. You have a right to it. Now, in court, people can act up. You guys can act up, witnesses, we can act up, attorneys, members of the public can act up. And it can't be that if you guys get on the stand and act up, now we need to stop the proceedings and have a whole nother hearing on a whole nother day. Imagine, for example, Woody gets up on the stand and says, well, I don't want to testify. The judge wants him to testify, but Woody says no. So now in 2 weeks, there has to be a whole hearing on whether the judge can punish Woody. No, in that situation, judges need a quick and precise way to levy punishment on someone. Punishment is a strong word. They need to coerce. They need the ability to, the judges need the ability to make you guys do something very, very fast, right? So that's kind of an exception. But the judges are going to say, it appears that in this case, it's a little bit different. All right, let's pick it up right here.
This situation is different when the person in contempt's conduct does not interfere with the court's proceedings and thus need not be punished immediately.
Right. So if Woody is saying, I'm not going to testify, then that is interrupting the court proceedings right then. And the judge is like, well, I need a way to force you to do something. But if Woody's conduct is not interrupting the court proceedings, then there's no reason not to give Woody 2 weeks to get a lawyer and have a hearing. Let's figure this thing out if nothing is being disturbed in the moment. That's the difference between you guys getting up on stand and saying, I don't recall, I plead the fifth and all this, and you don't want to cooperate. The judge needs to punish you right then because you're stopping the trial. But if Steele says, hey, I'm not going to reveal my source, that doesn't stop anything. He's just not going to reveal it. And if he's not going to reveal it, that's different. That's not interrupting the court's time. All right. Just read this sentence over again.
Yep. The situation is different when the person in contempt's conduct does not interfere with the court's proceedings and thus need not be punished immediately. In those cases where the court delays punishment or the conduct occurs outside of the court's presence, more process is due. If the announcement of punishment is delayed, a court must give the person in contempt reasonable notice of the specific charges and hold a hearing. If the punishment is delayed and the contemptuous conduct was directed towards the judge and where the judge reacted to the contemptuous conduct in such a manner as to become involved in the controversy, that hearing must be conducted by another judge.
Wow. So this is saying that there are times when the contempt hearing needs to be performed not by the judge that issued the contempt, but by another judge. And it has to be, quote unquote, where the judge reacted to the conduct in a way to become involved in the controversy. We showed you the clip, guys. Did Glanville react in a way where he was involved in the controversy? Do y'all remember the back and forth? Was Glanville like, oh, okay, whatever? Or did he insert himself into it and make it a whole controversy? You got 5 minutes. I'm putting you in jail. You got 5 minutes. Tell me now. You know, you violated the sacrosanctity of my holy chambers. All right.
Names must be named.
Right? You've been eavesdropping. All right. That's a crime in Georgia. I'm accusing you of a crime. Did he involve himself? Because if he involved himself, what does that mean? It means that another judge must do the hearing. All right. Pick it up right here.
Yep. Here, Judge Glanville did punish Steele summarily for his refusal in open court to comply with Judge Glanville's order, as he held Steele in contempt, placed him in custody, and had him removed from the courtroom. But that punishment is not the subject of this appeal. Steele was allowed to return to the courtroom to continue representing Young Thug and was given until the end of the day to comply with the court's order.
All right, and let me just say, guys, y'all are almost there. If y'all give me the 5.0 likes, I will open up the chat. Just comply with my order. I want you to hit the like button. Just comply. I will not be recused, all right?
I'm so
just comply. Just to give me the 5.0 and I'll open this damn thing back up. Let's go.
Steele was allowed, oh, sorry.
No, you're right.
Okay.
You're fine.
Judge Glanville made clear that Steele was still in contempt, but he did not announce what specific punishment he would impose. Because of the announcement of a specific punishment was delayed by the court, Steele was entitled to additional process. In particular, he was entitled to have a matter heard by a different judge.
All right, let me stop it right here. You guys see, ask and you shall receive. You guys got me to 5.0. I'm going to open that. Let me say now, we're talking about Judge Glanville, who everybody knows he was on the BS. Whitaker, you know, I got pretty mad at Whitaker yesterday because of some of the bullshit that she was saying, especially how she said she was trying to help the state by fixing Attorney Hilton's sloppiness.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you guys, there should never be a case where a judge is trying to fix one party's or another sloppiness. If they're sloppy, let them deal with the consequences of their sloppiness. Imagine you paying good money to an attorney. You show up to court. The prosecutor violates your rights, violating your constitutional rights. And then the judge says, well, I'm going to help the prosecutor. I'm going to fix their sloppiness. My life is on the line. My liberty is on the line. I'm paying this attorney tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're the judge. In the NFL, are the umpires, are the referees, are they supposed to help the Tampa Bay Bucks? Are they supposed to help the Patriots? They damn sure don't help the Falcons. Or like, you know, in basketball, the Hawks are the referees. Are they supposed to help one side or the other? No, the judges are the same way. Why are you helping one side or the other? And you're never helping the defense. It's always the prosecution, always. So let me do this. And this is gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna let y'all in, but when I come and think about it, when I let y'all in, I want to know, who do you prefer? Do you prefer Whitaker or do you prefer Glanville?
Oh, that's
Come on in.
question. What are they gonna say?
Yes, come on in. And y'all remember, Glanville would put love in her place sometimes. So it's like, which one do y'all want? Come on in. Welcome home. Welcome home. Which one do y'all want? I see a lot of WWWs in the damn chat. Y'all still ain't over that black man.
Wow.
Wow, man, y'all are really riding with Whitaker. I don't see one Glanville in this bitch.
Me neither.
I see Whitaker or neither. I see Whitaker. It's kind of like the elections. Who do you prefer, Kamala or Trump? It's either neither or Trump. No one really riding for Kamala like that. Man, y'all giving Judge Glanville the Kamala treatment.
Wow, look at chat.
Damn, I don't see one. I see one Glanville. Golly, boy, Glanville's like Kamala up in this damn thing. Jesus. All right, let's get back. Thank y'all for getting my likes right. All right. Where do we leave off? You remember? Maybe it was right here. Just started it right here.
Sure. Because the announcement of a specific punishment was delayed by the trial court, Steele was entitled to additional process. In particular, he was entitled to have the matter heard by a different judge. Steele's repeated refusal to comply with Judge Glanville's direct order was conduct directed towards the judge. Steele continued to challenge the propriety of the ex parte meeting and asserted that he could not legally comply with Judge Glanville's order to disclose his source. The exchange between Steele and Glanville makes it clear that Judge Glanville was involved in the controversy.
He involved himself, yes.
For these reasons, a different judge should have presided over the contempt hearing, and the failure to do so requires reversal. It's all case law.
Oh, well, shit, that's it.
Reverse. All justices concur. Highlight that.
All right.
All justices concur. That means that all of the justices that reviewed this on appeal, every single last one of them agreed with this decision.
Wow. Reversing a contempt order on due process grounds because the contempt action should have been heard by another judge. And where announcement of punishment was delayed and allegedly contumacious conduct, attorney's failure to stand and respond to the court was conduct directed at the judge. Where a judge does not act the instant the contempt is committed, but waits until the end of trial, on balance, it is generally wise for the marks of the unseemly conduct that have left personal stings, all right, to ask a fellow judge to take his place. And this is what we want, guys. We don't want these judges to get their backs up. We don't want them to get their egos involved, and which is exactly what happened with damn Glanville. He got his ego into it. He's like, you're going to tell me I'm the judge. And you got to remember, Glanville, like, I know y'all don't like this, man, but Glanville was the man. Even Brian was like, I used to like Glanville. I don't know what the fuck happened. And I feel the same way. Right before I retired, he was one of my last judges. Treated me so nice, invited me and my client back into his chambers. You know, he looks all formal. It was me. My client was representing like a little 6-year-old, the fucking grandparents. We all went back there. He took his robe off. He had on street clothes. He wanted to present himself more personable. He'd been in the military forever. You see the American flag. You see all of his awards. You see his accomplishments. He's a great guy. And so I was defending him. You know, Doug was defending him. But it's like, shit. Like, Doug was like, man, I'm the last person on earth to be defending you, and now I got to stop because you're running wild. Everybody was telling me I'm out here looking stupid defending you, but I gotta stop now. And Brian, a couple of months ago, I don't know what the hell happened to Glanville. And that's the same way I feel. The Glanville that you guys saw is not recognizable to us. We don't recognize that Glanville. Doug doesn't recognize him. Brian doesn't recognize him. The lead doesn't recognize him. He got so emotionally involved in this damn case. And the judges, the Supreme Court is like, no, cooler heads need to prevail. If you are a human being and you get involved emotionally, fine. That's fine. Just send it to someone else who can be impartial. That's all. But the judge didn't even want to do that. It's like, shit, man. Let me give a huge shout out to official RY Nirvana. Thank you so much. Said I won't lead as the judge. Yeah. I would have ended this shit. Mistrial with prejudice. Everybody go home. I would have done like that damn white woman out in what is it, Arizona or New Mexico?
We said that wrong yesterday, New Mexico.
That lady was like, I don't care if there's a dead body. The prosecution should have turned over that box of bullets. Was one of the bullets in the box used to kill that woman? No. Was the box on set, that on the movie set where the body was made, the cadaver? No. Was the box even in the state? Was the box of bullets even in the state where the murder occurred? Homicide? No. The judge said, I don't care. I don't care. The prosecution should have turned over that box. They didn't. Mistrial with prejudice, bury the body. I was like, shit. That judge didn't give a damn. That would have been the lead. Oh, you didn't turn this over? Oh, what was Whitaker? And y'all are preferring Whitaker. I get it. What did Whitaker say to Attorney Love? Attorney Love, maybe you have 0 more times to hide evidence. Maybe you have 0 more times. And then she kept hiding evidence thereafter. But the judge was like, hey, maybe you got 1 more time. Maybe you got 2 more times. Does everybody see how the judge was giving Hilton, giving Love, giving the prosecutors time after time after time? Even now, the judge is like, I'm not going to do a motion with prejudice. I'm not going to do a dismissal with prejudice. Why not? This Judge Whitaker had to send Love back to remedial discovery class, had to send Hilton back to remedial discovery class, had him watching old videos of how to do discovery.
Movement in the courtroom.
Oh, is there more? Okay, guys. Movement in the courtroom. Let me see what we got. Let me pull it up. Yes, we are back. Let me pull this out. We might have a verdict. Verdict is the wrong word, of course, but it seems kind of fitting. It seems fitting. All right, so what do y'all think it's gonna be? Let me see. Let me do a poll if there's gonna be a mistrial or no. Oh, here we go. Let me see. Will there be a mistrial? All right, will there be a mistrial? Put ends. Will there be an end to this case? Yes or no? Yes or no? What do y'all think? So we are waiting here. AV, do you have any cash apps that you want to read out right quick?
I do. Let me pull them up now. Thank you guys for all the love today. Let's see. Starting from the bottom.
Now we here.
Okay, I caught full drinking and half thinking. Thank you so much for the $18 cash app. Shout out to Audrey, who hits me with the 10. She says, thanks for all you do. Thank you, Audrey. Shout out to Marjan with the 2, says, can they ask for dismissal at the Supreme Court? Interesting question.
A dismissal?
At the Supreme Court, the Georgia Supreme Court, I assume.
Well, typically they would have to wait until the end of the case, but if they ask for a certificate of immediate review, then they could. But you're basically asking about an appeal, right? Can they appeal to the Georgia Supreme Court? So that would be the thing.
Okay, thank you so much, Marjan. Hope that answers your question. Shout out to Bobby, who sent me $1 last night, and Bobby hits me with $1 now. Says, why not a mistrial with prejudice, if enough for misconduct? I think
Yeah.
Well, she said no yesterday because she did not find that it rose to that level. So we have that. Shout out to Camilla with the 10, says, thank you, pretty lady, for the work, for the hard work you do for us. Thank you so much, Camilla. Shout out to Mixed Chick Sammy with the 20. No comment, no question, pure love of the game. And then shout out to Drew Beats with the 3. Says, Glanville would have controlled witnesses BS. I think so too. But he did let Woody rock out with some things, so I don't know if I agree with that in totality. Something's happening with the feed there, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it's going on black. And we're doing something. And again, if court is supposed to start at 12, guys, here in Atlanta, Georgia, it is 11:55. So maybe they're just getting the cameras all warmed up for us.
Warm them up.
All right, big shout out to official RY Nirvana. Thank you for becoming a co-sponsor. Let me put you in the banner as along with our man Salater. We put it right there. And can you see the poll, AV? What's the stats on the poll? Do you think the case is going to end or is it going to keep going? What do you think?
So with 2,000 votes, we are at just about 50%, like yesterday. 49% of you say yes, and 51% of you say no.
Man, y'all are always split. Y'all are always split right down the middle.
There's 10,000 of y'all in here. 20% of you voted. See, this is why people sit elections out. 20% of the population vote.
That is exactly right. Oh my goodness. Well, we are going to see you today. And let me just do this too, because I really do want to know. Let me take a look at the man, y'all are split. So y'all are split on 2 polls right down the middle. Let me see. Who you got? Trump. You got Kamala, or you got neither. Who do you want? Let's do a poll right now. Let's see if we can get about 2,000. Everybody vote. Let's see if this is going to be 50-50. God damn it. Who do you got? Trump, Kamala, or neither? And then for the Kamala, I should have asked, are you a black woman? Black women riding hard for Fannie, and black women are riding hard for Kamala, boy. So who do you got? Who do y'all got? We still watching the feed right here. It's still not doing what it should be doing, but they're gonna start momentarily.
Yeah, the other media outlets are live as well. So
everybody's watching, the whole neighborhood. Shout out to why isn't this working? Can you pull up
comments? You want me to try?
Hold up. I can't pull them up. Okay, now I can.
Okay.
My shit froze up. Shout out to D the Virgo, says Thugger Daily has $1,000 bounty for court video footage of Love and Hilton allegedly cussing and arguing each other. They need to hit up Sylvia. Yeah. Sylvia was in there. She got some coverage. We were looking at it yesterday. So maybe Sylvia about to get that $1,000. And who do we got? Oh man, we got the most famous bird in the entire community. We got Ollie.
The macaw.
Somebody write Ollie the damn McCall. Thank you, Ollie. Ollie, y'all know, somebody write Ollie in the damn chat, man. Such a huge supporter of this channel, huge supporter of the community. The best bird this channel will ever know. Shout out to Ollie the McCall. Ollie says, Ollie just showing love. Thank you, Ollie. Cannot tell you how much I appreciate your love, your support, your encouragement. Thank y'all for shouting Ollie out. And not only does he bless me, but look, Ollie blessing the damn community. He blessing the community with 20 damn memberships. If you got one of Ollie's memberships, please tell him thank you. And don't just say thank you. No. Say thank you, Ollie the McCall. Put a name on it. The names must be named. I can't even see. Let me see. I can see a few of y'all. I can see Coretta Patrick got a membership from Ollie the McCall. Miss Nikki got a membership from Ollie the McCall. Those are the I can see Major Varieties got a membership from Ollie the McCall. Shout out to TGF says Ollie the McCall of the law. I like that. Chiba got a membership from Ollie the McCall. Audrey Terry got a membership from Ollie the McCall. Shout out to Marie. I see her in here. Smooth got a membership from Ollie the McCall. K-Van got a membership. Man, Ollie's blessing you guys. Adrian Adderley got a membership from Ollie the McCall. Thank you. He's blessing so many people. Darlene, who remembers Ozarks? Darlene got a membership from Ollie the McCall. Man, Ollie's blessing so many of y'all. Big shout out to Ollie the McCall. Thank you. Everybody shout him out, but for those he blessed 100%. Oh, look, he gave another 10.
Another 10.
Oh my God. Oh, we got a huge new sponsor and the best bird in the world, Ollie the McCall. Shout out to Ollie. Man, you just leave me speechless. I know we got 10,000 people in here, and I know we on this damn mistrial watch, but please, all 10,000 of you, somebody write Ollie in the damn chat. He is the new stream sponsor. He is sponsoring this stream that we are watching right now. That is going to prove to be explosive. And it is 12:01 right now. So we should be starting it up momentarily. AV, I don't know if you can check Thugger Daily and see what they got going on.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Ollie. Big shout out to Ollie the McCall. Let me put my man Ollie in the banner here in 1 second. And AV is going to let us know if there's any no
updates.
new update.
So far, their last post was 3 hours ago. They say defense teams have individual appointments scheduled with Fonnie Willis and Adrian Love this morning. Court not expected to be streamed in the morning, and according to him, they don't have start times yet, but we are at 12 o'clock, 2 minutes past 12, and Law and Crime started their feed at 12. Usually they start at 8:30. So if Kathy's team is starting at 12, then it's likely we're starting in a few minutes.
Got you. We're going to start it up in a few minutes. Let me give a big shout out to Trend. Shout out to Trend, full drinking, half thinking. Somebody write Trend in the damn chat. Excellent content creator, even a more excellent human being. Big shout out to Full Drinking. Somebody write FDNHT in the damn chat. If one of the mods could drop the link to my man's channel in the chat as well. Full Drinking and Half Thinking. Thank you so much, brother, with the 10 memberships. If y'all got 10 memberships, one of the 10 from Full, please tell Trend thank you. And put a name on it. Say thank you, Trend. The names must be named. And speaking of names, oh my God, again, Ollie the McCall with another 10.
He's rated membership.
Everybody get it. I ain't gonna be able to lock none of y'all fuckers out, man. My light's gonna be fucked up.
It's green in the chat. It's slime green.
Slime green. Y'all are slime in the chat. Y'all Y'all are slamming it up. I ain't gonna be able to knock none of y'all out, man. I'm gonna lose my coercive power. How am I gonna be able to hold y'all in contempt if y'all are gifting each other all these goddamn memberships? Thank you so much, Ollie. Really, really appreciate it. Blessing so many people. How many memberships is that? Shit. It's 20, 30, 40 memberships. We got Ollie over here acting like damn. I was about to say Sojourner Truth. What was her name? Harriet Tubman, freeing all the slaves.
So today's going to be an interesting day. So the screen is black on Law and Crime, and Kathy just posted on her Twitter. It says, to clarify, they let our photographers in to set up and turn on, then made him leave. No media is currently in the courtroom as of right now. Judge is talking with the attorneys. Someone, likely the bailiff, turned our camera off, and now we only have black. That is why the camera is black. The judge is talking with the attorney, and no one is in the courtroom right now.
Except for the attorneys?
Just the attorneys as of right now. But they have they cut off the Law and Crime feed?
No, we're watching it right now.
Okay,
I guess
so
this is when the bailiff was trying to cut the camera off.
Okay, so bailiff did that. That is not Maurice.
Wow, so they kicked everybody out, which is really not good, guys. Like, we have a right to know as the public. You know what I'm saying? We should know what the hell's going on.
I'm gonna keep Kathy's Twitter up so we can get live updates as well.
Thank you so much, Ollie. Alrighty. All right, guys. What I think we're gonna do? Let me look at this damn. Let me look at the poll. What do we got? Who do you got? Who do you got in this election for November 2024? Do you got Trump? 45% of y'all say Trump. 33% of y'all say Kamala. All right, Kamala. She's trying. And then 22 of y'all say neither. And so I think the neithers probably help Trump more, right? But 45 to 33, that's pretty that's not too far away. I expected really a landslide in terms of Trump. On YouTube, it seems like YouTube is pretty heavy into Trump. There are a lot more pro-Trump channels than pro-Kamala channels. In terms of pro-Kamala, I can think of the Midas Touch and maybe one or two others, but shit, man, so many people are pro-Trump. So it's interesting that it was kind of that close.
I'm also going to see if I can get an update from Mel, guys, because remember, she was at the courthouse.
Oh yeah, see if she'll call in on her phone.
All right, let me send her a message.
That'll be great. See, if Mel, y'all did such a great job in supporting her. She did such a great job in coming over here. Huge talent as a content creator. Let me go ahead and end this poll. But y'all did get a lot of Kamala people in here. I already know, like, people who are Trump, they're just Trump. The people who are Kamala, like, what do y'all like in Kamala? What do y'all see? What do y'all think she's gonna do? Let me do this. And again, we're waiting for the feed to come up. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop the link. I don't really want to drop the link because y'all be crazy, man. Y'all be coming up here and don't have shit to say. Oh, that really pisses me off, guys. But I dropped the link and asked y'all to come up, and then y'all come up and like, hey, so what do you think? Oh, I don't know. I'm just watching it like you. Why are you up here? Why did you hit the link? It's just like if you offer stuff for free, people gonna take it even if they don't like it. You could put some Mars bars out there, put some Nerds candy or something. People gonna take it even if it's free. They gonna take it even if they don't eat it. Oh, I'll give this to somebody. Ah, y'all be killing, man. Free shit. Put a link out there. Everybody want to hit it. Big shout out. Oh my God! Again, Ollie. Thank you so much, Ollie. God, somebody write Ollie the macaw. Ollie the macaw in the damn chat. He's gifted damn what, 50 memberships? Oh my God, what's that? 10. Shit, I can't even count them all. 20, 30, 40, 50, 50 people, guys, he saved. I should lock y'all out just so y'all could use y'all's 50 damn memberships. That's so many memberships, guys. Thank y'all for shouting Ollie out. Thank you, thank you. Y'all just don't know how much it means to me. Ollie fucking up my ability to lock y'all out, man. Y'all got my likes messed up. But man, it is nice to be able not to be locked out for 30 days. And I'll be honest with you, it's tough, all right, out here. A lot of people making money, but at the same time, it's a lot of people that this inflation is eating them up. And $5 a month, that's something. You know, Netflix always asking you for something. Peacock asking you for something. Amazon Prime asking you for something. Like, I got to do another $5 membership too. Ollie's like, for 30 days, nigga, I got you. You ain't going to be locked out. You can watch the lead and relax. You know what I'm saying? 50 of y'all, he said, I got you. Man, that means so much to me, Ollie, on top of the love that you're showing your boy right here. Ollie, by far the new stream sponsor. Thank you so much, Ollie. God damn. Thank you. Thank you so much. And the community, you see it, Ollie, the community thanks you. Like you're Ollie's a real one, an absolute real one. Thank you so much, Ollie. Cannot tell you how much I'm indebted to you. And I got a little super chats, and I'm gonna read those. We're trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this law and crime stream. Apparently, the judge is in the courtroom, the attorneys are in the courtroom. So we're trying to figure out what the heck's going on.
Okay.
Oh,
hey everybody! Thank you so much for watching our Sarah Boone.
Oh, this is a goddamn
trial
commercial. Now they've gone. Oh, they went to Sarah Boone.
Hold on. Let's see. Did they cut the feed?
No, they switched it. They switched it to the Sarah Boone case.
Okay.
But we ain't here for Sarah Boone.
According to Mel, I said, hey, sis, you're at the courthouse. What's going on? She says, we were just told the day is done. We were never allowed in.
The day is done?
Let me ask if she can call in.
Yeah, see if she can call in from her phone. Got 11,000 people in here. We ain't fucking done. Get Doug. Get somebody on this goddamn. We ain't done. Somebody write we ain't done in this bitch.
I can DM Max. Let's see. But I know Max is probably there. I know Doug is not there. Let me send him.
Ain't this about a damn. We are not done.
Hey, Doug.
But your girl, like, when you get older, it take you longer. Your girl be like, Lee, how long you got? You're like, I am not done. I know you want me to be done. I'm not done. We're still going. Shit. Oh man. So see if we can get somebody on the damn phone.
Okay. I'm gonna just spam them all.
Yeah, spam them all. Let's see what the hell's going on. Thank y'all for writing. We ain't done. Shit. The hell you talking about? I paid for dinner. And you got appetizers? Hell no, we ain't done.
Oh my God.
You should have thought about that before you got that calamari.
So done.
Shit. Ordering calamari, talking about we done. We ain't close. We are not close. Shit. This damn judge owe us an explanation. Let me change the banner. Man, thank you so much, Slater. Thank you so much, Official Nirvana. But we gotta put respect on my man Ollie's name. Make him the official sponsor.
Yeah, the law and crime feed ended.
They switched it to Sarah Boone. Ollie. Does Ollie have a YouTube channel?
No, but his wife sells soaps and things and candles. They're actually really good.
Really?
Ollie, if you could drop the link, we'll promote that for you.
Yes, Ollie, drop the link to your or email me the link or drop the link because we might miss it because the chat is going so fast. Drop the link to your wife's business and we'll pin it. And if y'all want some candles and soaps, y'all heard AV talk about how great they are. I don't know if he's still here.
Check in with Team Thugger Daily too.
Thank you so much, Ollie. Yeah, Thugger said no open court today. God damn. Ah, damn.
Hang on. Okay. Mel is she's typing. That's good. Oh, let's get Doug. Oh, shot in the dark. Hey Doug, you in the courthouse today?
Yeah, see if Doug wants to come on. Tell him we got 11,000 people in here.
I mean, Max is a stretch. I've been working on Max for a while. I can ask, but if they're in the courtroom, they probably cannot step out to talk.
That's true. Is Doug in the courtroom? I don't know if Doug's in there.
No, because I think it's his mother's birthday. I just sent it. He's usually pretty fast. Let's see if he responds. Thugger Daly's responding to me. I'm like, hey there, any insight into what's happening? He's saying ongoing deal negotiations.
Ongoing deal negotiations. All right, let me pin Ollie's. Hey guys, I have pinned Ollie's wife's business. These are Reflections candles. If you want any candles or soaps, fragrances, please support Ollie. Support his wife. Y'all seen how much Ollie supports us. Thank you, Ollie. 12,000 people in here, Judge talking about we fucking done. We ain't done.
Mel can jump in.
All right, it is all right. So we got Mel. Mel came up yesterday, guys. She's in the courthouse yesterday, in the courthouse today, but apparently not in the courtroom. But she will allow us to kind of get an insider's perspective on what the heck's going on. So she's going to be calling in momentarily.
Okay, I sent her the link.
Thank you so much. And big shout out to Ollie again for all those gifted memberships. Let me just do the memberships right now, right quick. Again, big shout out to Slater. Slater gifted some more as well. Give me 1 second. I saw some.
I done straightened my hair for this and everything. I was like, no, blow drying all fast.
This is such a letdown.
I know.
Oh my God. Let me see who else we got in here. I thought I saw Slater again. We got the fit lawyer in the house. What is the fit lawyer ATL? She's an attorney down here in Atlanta. She says, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I'm hearing nothing is happening until after the election. Oh my God. I believe the judge will require an announcement on the record in order to pause things. We shall see if that happens today. And again, guys, the fit lawyer ATL, she's an attorney, a criminal defense attorney here in Atlanta, has practiced in that same courthouse, that same courtroom against Fannie's defense district attorney's office. So she's tapped in. And she's hearing that nothing's going to happen until after the election. That's interesting because, I mean, I guess Fannie doesn't want to resolve this case by giving out sweetheart plea deals before the election, because then people can say, oh, well, she's soft on crime. She gave these people sweetheart deals. She cut them loose. So she's like, wait, let's just pause everything. Let me continue to show everybody that I'm tough on crime. Let me continue to show everybody that I'm prosecuting these hoodlums, these thugs. And then after the election, once I win, then I'll cut them all loose. I'll cut them all loose. And imagine you being in jail and people are playing politics with your freedom, because that's what's happening, right? Fannie's playing politics. All of this is so political. Why are you worried about the elections if this man's freedom is on the line? He's been in jail for 2 years. Y'all won't give him a bond. This is so sick. Shout out to the fit lawyer ATL. And I don't even know if anybody's running against her besides that Courtney lady, and Lord knows she has zero prosecutorial experience. Just zero criminal experience. I believe she did election law for 3 years. She's been an attorney for 4 years, and she's trying to run against Fannie, and she knows nothing about criminal law. It's like, God damn. Can't we get just the fit lawyer, ATL? Can't you run against Fannie? Can't we get someone experienced? Why does it have to be either corrupt Fannie Willis or someone who's been an attorney for 4 years who's never practiced criminal law? Of course, Fannie's going to win. How can you vote as a district attorney for someone who never practiced criminal law? They've been an attorney for 4 years. How can you vote for them? What are you going to get? You could end up with something worse than Fannie. Every single person in the DA's office knows more about criminal law than this lady, but she's supposed to be the boss? Come on, man. Atlanta's set up to fail. We are set up to fail. You can't vote for her, but then how can you vote for Fannie, but you can't vote for this one? 4 years as an attorney? Never prosecuted a case in her life? And y'all got me depressed now. We stuck, man. In Atlanta, we stuck. Somebody write, we stuck. We are just stuck in Atlanta. Oh my God. Big shout out to Coach B. The CEO says mistrial or no mistrial. What would Woody, what would Woody do? Oh, shout out to Coach B. Man, we stuck in Atlanta. Y'all are like, do a poll. You cannot vote for someone who's not a criminal defense attorney, not a prosecutor. You can't do it. Like, imagine if you needed a heart surgery and you go to a foot doctor who's been out of medical school for 6 months. I'll keep the problem. I don't want none of it. I mean, if it's between a bad heart surgeon and a foot surgeon who's been practicing 6 months, I'm not getting surgery. I'm just gonna keep it. Because you can't vote. I'm gonna die either way. I'm dead. You know, it's like, what are you supposed to do? Like, oh, we stuck in Atlanta. Big shout out to Coach B, the CEO. Shout out to the man, Infantry Mindset. Infantry Mindset. Thank you so much, Infantry. Entropy says, let's get Kayla Bumpus on. I bet she's heard something. We ain't done today, Lead. I heard that. You got that damn calamari. We are not done. And you wanted the cheesecake, the tiramisu shit. We ain't done by a long shot. Ordering tiramisu, talking about you want to go home. We shit. Oh boy, we got to put in some more work. Again, big shout out to Full Drink and Have Think and get them 10 memberships. And we got Mel coming up, guys. She is calling in from the courthouse. So she is actually in ground zero. Like she would know more than anybody about what's going on. Thank you so much, Full Drink and a Half Thinking. Somebody write FDNHT in the damn chat. Shout out to a girl from Texas 87. They know everything bigger in Texas. Got us 1 lead attorney membership. Thank you. Whoever got that membership, please tell her thank you. I'm just doing all the memberships now, and then we'll go and do the super chats. Shout out to Kia. Thank you so much, Kia Elder. Because y'all got 1 comment a minute. I need to slow the bitch down. Think about what you gonna say now. Don't be like, ha, 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 because then you got to wait another minute. All right, but we need to slow this thing down so we can read it. It's just flying, absolutely flying. Big shout out to Ann. Shout out to the beautiful Ann. Sends me $50 on the Cash App. Thank you so much, Ann. Thank you. Super generous of you, Ann. The beautiful Ann G sends me $50. Thank you so much. Shout out to Karen. Karen S sends me $10. Really appreciate that on the Cash App. Shout out to Deline that sends me $5. Says we put on our Easter Sunday suit for nothing. Okay. AV straightened her hair. And now they're going to talk about court is canceled bullshit. We going to do something today. Talk about court is canceled. We need action.
Yeah, Mel's having a hard time logging in, but she'll be here. She says
everybody want a mistrial until we don't have any more entertainment. All right. They'll be like, where's our entertainment? Your lives, our entertainment. All right. Shout out to Full Drink and a Half. Thinking. Big shout out to Mango Gelato. Always giving memberships. Always supporting the community. Thank you so much, Mango Gelato, for the 5 memberships. If you got one of them, you need to tell Mango Gelato thank you. Shout out to Miss Price for becoming a member. Really appreciate that. We got the Chef Russ Carter in the house. Thank you for becoming a member as well. We got Wicked Cotton becoming a member. Thank you so much. We got Swago Neto becoming a member. We got Audrey, the beautiful Audrey, gifting 5 memberships. And don't forget, guys, Ollie's company, Ollie's wife's business is pinned to the top, especially the ladies. If you need candles, if you need soaps, go hit the link and check it out. You all have already heard AV vouch for it. Please go support Ollie. Thank you so much. Y'all seen how much he supports y'all. We got the mixed chick. Shout out to the yellow bones. Shout out to the red bones. What did Danny Lee say? Men prefer red bones or yellow bones? And her whole career ended that night. When the song dropped, that's when her career ended. Boy, what did she say? All men like red bones or some shit like that? She killed her whole career in an instant. Kind of like Wooney Lee did when he read that damn document. He ended the whole case. I mean, the case had been going for 2 years.
Free Quay.
He said, free Quay?
Free Quay.
One little thing ended the whole shit. Shout out to Woody Lee. He ended it all. So shout out to the big chick, man. Shout out to the big chick with 5 memberships. Got Ray, not Charles, in the house. Thank you so much, Ray, not Charles. Gifting 5 memberships. If you got one of Ray's memberships, please tell Ray thank you. Thank you so much. Shout out to Alicia Davis. She has become a new member as well. We got the beautiful Marie in the house. Says the lead attorney and AV, the read attorney. All right. AV was reading it up. You know what I love? I love to get these damn cash apps. Y'all know what I love? Y'all know why I love to get the cash apps? I love this. I love to get them because you can hear them. And when y'all hear the cash app, y'all think it's y'all's. Y'all be like, oh shit.
He's the worst. Oh, look, I got money. Shit, it's Lee's money.
I love it. All y'all be looking at y'all's phones when y'all hear the cash app.
Should I just get some money?
Oh, this is so fun. Now, man, this court got us fucked up.
Yes.
Golly, let me give a big shout out to Lance. Thank you so much, Lance, for sending me the $10 on the cash app. Says, keep up the good work you do. Thank you so much, Lance. Really appreciate that. And shout out to Kalila. I hope I'm saying that right. Kalila Dean sends me $5 and says, I think it's supposed to be bless you. So thank you so much. Y'all be blessing your boys' cash app. AV, do you have any cash apps as well?
Yeah, quite a bit. Let me come down Yeah, shout out to Mango Gelato, hits me with a 10, says keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Mango Gelato.
Y'all thought that was y'all, didn't it?
Shout out to Karen, who sends me $10, no comment, no question, pure love of the game. Shout out to Miss L Boogie. See, I'm trying to remember, y'all. She sends me $15. She says, hey, AV, for the pure love of the game. Thank you so much, sis. Appreciate you. Shout out to someone who does not want to be named, sends me $600 on
what? Shout out. That is amazing.
Thank you so much. It means a lot. We work really hard to put this production together, get clips done overnight, try to figure out what's going on. We scrambling and scraping to get people. You know, it is a lot. So thank you so much for that. I'm just so grateful for
Jesus Christ,
for all of you guys. Really. Shout out
and then to want to remain anonymous as well. Like some of you guys, y'all's hearts are so big.
Exactly. And that's why I don't spend too much time on it, because like I respect that, you know, like that is just pure kindness, and it really says a lot about the sender. Shout out to Tyra, who sends $10, and she sends heart emojis and smiley faces. Thank you, Tyra. Trista sends me $1, and she says court is canceled for today. Thank you, Trista. Trista's one of those people that's like getting updates to us very quickly. So thank you for that. Shout out to Marjan with the $1, says, can they delay until after the election? I think Lead was just kind of mentioning that a little bit. So thank you so much, Marjan. Lance hits me with the 10. No comment, no question. Pure love of the game. Thank you, Lance. Shout out to Audrey again with the 10, says, for those boots on the ground at the courthouse. Yes, we appreciate all of the folks that are helping us out. And then shout out to Infiltrate Mindset, who sends 20 and says, thank you for what you do. Thank you so much, Infiltrate Mindset. Content creator himself.
Awesome, guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, for supporting AV, for supporting the community. Shout out to Full Drink and Half Thinking. And we have I Am Not a Lawyer in the house. How are you doing? Can you hear us?
I think I can hear you. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yes, we hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much for calling in again. Again, for the people who didn't see you yesterday, go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know what you got going on.
So yes, I'm not a lawyer, but is the internet world. That's my name. And I am in Atlanta. I came yesterday to the YSL trial, and I came back today and I was in hopes that there would be an update, but we waited and waited and didn't really get a clear kind of next step.
Okay, so you're in the courthouse right now, or are you're in Atlanta you had arrived in the courthouse today, let's say?
Yeah, I arrived around a little before 10. The direction kind of was like 9, but we're definitely not starting at 9. So I came a little around 10 and just kind of waited around in hopes that we would hear something. There was, the numbers just kept growing as far as people showing up. There's
were
like
there
a
a lot
wait
of
list.
people?
Yeah, it ended up being it was definitely, we're not talking like 50, but I would definitely say, closer to 15 or 20 or so.
And some of the people, did you recognize them as family members or anybody?
For sure, family and friends of people. Some people I didn't, really recognize. Definitely more media was here today. I saw some WSB folks. I think Atlanta News First. Yeah, definitely more media showed up.
Got you. More news. All right. So you showed up around 10. You saw a lot of people. There was a waiting list. Okay. And then what happened?
So what they said was that there's a max of 8 spectators that they were going to allow in, because it's just kind of the single bench in there that they have. And then they have, friends and family. And then they have kind of like 2 media rows, I think. And so we put our names on the list and waited. You could see the attorneys. They were definitely walking around. I saw Max Sharp. I saw Bruce Harvey. I saw Brian Steele, Keith Adams.
Wow.
Yeah, I think maybe that's all I saw, but they were definitely just kind of in and out of the courtroom all morning, and we were just waiting. And then, everybody was saying kind of, it's going to start at 11. So we were kind of hopeful around 11 we would be allowed in, but that didn't happen. And around 11:45, maybe, we were kind of huddled around the actual door. And one of the officers just opened the door and said, it's done. And we thought he was joking. So we were like, what? Like, you're playing? And he was like, it's done. Court is done for the day. And we're like, but we, we didn't get in. And he said it's over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And what time was that? Do
I
you
think that
think
was like
around
at 11:48. I remember looking at my phone. I think that was the time.
11:48? And guys, it is 12:33 right now in Atlanta.
Yep.
Man.
We all just kind of hung around waiting for it to be a joke.
I know, like we got 12,000 people in this thing. We ready to go.
Yeah, we are too.
Do you still see the attorneys milling around, or is everybody pretty much gone?
I believe everybody was gone. I was hanging around, and so some of the, very nice media people let me come to the war room and just kind of hang out with them, while everybody was leaving. But I was seeing family and friends. They were leaving. Everybody was pretty much leaving and saying that conversations were still being had.
Wow. Do you think you'll be able to talk to any of the family members? Because I would imagine it's impossible to talk to the attorneys right now because they're busy working, maybe trying to work out a deal, but maybe they might mention to the client or to the family member something that's going on. Do you have any indication at all about it? Are they working on plea deals? Is that what we're saying officially that's going on?
Yeah, that is what I have heard from one of the family members, that it is plea deals that are being discussed. And I'm not sure of what those deals look like, but one of the family members did confirm that.
Okay, and then there's been some information that maybe, or speculation that maybe the plea deals will be finalized after the election. Like nothing's gonna happen with this case. This case is basically gonna be paused until the election. Have you heard anything like that at all?
I heard someone, I think, repeating that. I
Mm-hmm.
have nothing to verify, validate that at all. It just was something I heard someone else repeating. But I mean, there was not really any, at least from my perspective, I didn't hear anything that would verify that that is the direction. It just has been that there's conversations and they're not done with those conversations.
Gotcha. Have you had any indication at all that someone doesn't want a plea deal, or does it look like everybody's at least open to pleading out? Everybody is negotiating.
Uh, I have heard, and I think I was getting my water again, and I heard
I love it. I love it.
someone saying that everyone was having a meeting.
Wow.
One of the attorneys, I believe, was saying everybody's having a meeting. So that, again, this is all speculation, but that indicates to me that there's at least the beginning conversation had. Now, what's said in there, and if that, ends the conversation there, I can't say, but for sure, from what I was told or heard, everyone was having a meeting.
And apparently there were meetings, I guess, yesterday in the late afternoon, evening, and then meetings today as well. Do you know if those are the meetings that you're talking about, or maybe there'll be meetings this afternoon or more continued meetings, I guess, until stuff is hashed out?
Yeah, I've just heard rumors about the meetings from yesterday, which I'm not saying are not true. What I'm referring to specifically was as far as this morning. There were some conversations this morning,
Mm,
but based off of, where we are now, I imagine there's more to take place. I will say, and I'm not saying I saw everybody show up today, but I will say I saw defense attorneys. I didn't see any of the prosecutors today in the walking
really?
around. I only saw the defense.
Hmm.
I don't even know
Wow.
what that means anything. I'm just saying that's what I noticed.
No, that's a pretty good observation.
Yeah, because if you don't see any of the prosecutors, then they're definitely not going to have court. Like it's a wrap.
Yeah,
Are you still at the courthouse, or how
I
long you
still
think you're going
am.
to
I'm
hang
hanging
out?
out in the media.
Oh, are you up in the media room with
Yes.
Dennis and Sylvia up there?
Yes.
Of course, like, they're in there.
Hanging out.
That is awesome. How long you think you'll be up there for?
I'm probably gonna take off in the next 10 minutes or so to go, take care of some other stuff. But I'm kind of on standby and trying to stay in contact and communication with a couple folks just to see if there's expectation that anything will pop off tomorrow and if I should bring myself right on back.
That's right, because I believe you say you lived in LA, but you were down here for the Spelman
Homecoming,
event,
yep.
homecoming.
Yep.
When
So
are
I
you
leave on
scheduled?
Sunday. So if there's something tomorrow, I'll be back. But other than that, I'll miss my time.
We'll check in with you for sure.
Okay. Yeah. I'm down. If something happens, I'll be here.
All right. Well, listen, thank you so much. I am not a lawyer, but let everybody know again where they can find you on all your social medias and things.
Yes, I am not, well, it's I'm not a lawyer, but all one word, and it is TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. You can find me in all of those places. I'll probably be making another video today to say that we have no updates.
And that's something. I mean, you know, we've 13,000 people in here. Like we
Yeah,
want
that's
to
dope.
know. So big shout out to I Am Not a Lawyer, but you guys can find her on YouTube. She came up yesterday. Y'all can watch that as well. Gave excellent commentary on what she saw yesterday. It was super dramatic, kind of the opposite of what's happening today. That's exactly right. And just tell everybody again, what's your Cash App if people want to support you?
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who did support yesterday. Cash App is Melanie Goolsby. You'll probably have to spell it out. I don't have the most common last name.
Yeah, we have it now. So we'll
Okay.
try to pin it and put it in our banner and things.
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Everybody shout out to I Am Not a Lawyer, but thank you so much for coming up and telling us kind of what you saw down there at Ground Zero. And hopefully something will happen. And then you'll be able to come back and give us the scoop again. All right.
For sure. We'll talk. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Big shout out to I Am Not a Lawyer, but
I know. We were so excited.
so fucking excited, man. Let y'all get the calamari and everything.
Lee got the lower button open. Like, he ready.
Oh, man. We ready. We were ready to go. Ready. You got that damn tiramisu. You got the cheesecake. Shit, I already know what's about to happen.
Got all dressed up and stuff.
She straightened her hair. Ain't this about a golly?
Yeah. According to Kathy, law and crime is staying close to it. We're trying to see if they don't have any word yet, even if there will be court tomorrow or next week. So
wait, say that again now. What?
So sorry, everybody's like spamming me. According to Kathy, who's the managing editor at Law and Crime, she says, currently unknown if there will be trial tomorrow or even next week. We'll update as soon as we know something. So it could be a while, guys, because what is next week? Is next week the election? No. The election, when's election day? The 5th? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
We might be on a long break.
Wow.
Possibly.
Well, let me do this because y'all have supported so much. We still gonna keep going for a while. I'm gonna read all the super chats, but I'm also going to drop the link. Now I'm gonna drop the link. Y'all better catch it because I don't want to pin it because we got all this stuff up there. Sorry about that. But let me come and talk to me in AV and tell us what you think about this case. Do not come up here if you don't have an opinion one way or another. Please don't come up here. I feel like Judge Whitaker. Don't be wasting our time. All right. But come and talk to me at AV. Let us know what you think. Come and talk to us. All right. Here is the link. So, and if the mods, if y'all can copy that link and I guess periodically put it in there. If y'all want to come up and talk to AV directly, you want to talk to the lead directly and let us know what you think about this. We got some cash, some super chats here. Shout out to Mistrial 1000. Let me start at the bottom because I don't even know. Shout out to Shell says, where'd it go? I can't even see it. It says, Steele knows that he can overturn any conviction on appeal. That's true. But man, you don't really want to get convicted though, right? Shout out to the Mushroom Podcast. What is the Mushroom Podcast? It says lead and AV will be the answer to a future math quiz. Question: what is known as the lead and AV effect? Answer: when they bring you up and you get 5,000 subs overnight.
He's over 40,000 now.
Are you serious?
He's at 41,000. You guys have really been supporting Mel, and that is just it's a huge gift, but it's like a great way for Lead and I to support other creators. Mel does amazing work. I've been following her content for months, and she absolutely deserves it.
Amazing. Big shout out to the Mushroom Podcast. Excellent content creator. All right, let's start bringing some of y'all up. Let's bring up Samantha. We got Samantha up here. How are you doing?
Hi, Lead. Hi,
Hi, Sam.
okay, I'm saying myself. Okay, Lead, I love your smile. Every time
Thank you.
the Shanice song goes through my head. AB, every time I see you, I'm like, oh my God, there's sis right there. She's ready to go. Let's go. Yes.
Let's go.
Lee, just so you know, I did send you a message. I was like, Lee, can I get the little streaming set up? I'll pay you when I get my taxes, bro. You ain't even respond.
Oh my God. When people are like, give me something today and I'll pay you tomorrow, I'll be like, eh.
Well, I did it because I thought you was gonna talk about me. I was like, oh, he gonna talk about me, but hey.
I actually do get a lot of people asking for stuff, so I don't really remember. So you were fine. You were fine.
No, I was being funny, but I think that Steele is the holdout. I think he's the one holding out because Doug is the only one with the speedy trial motion. So he's the only one, even if they dismiss it with or without prejudice, he can't be retried anyway, and he's the one that they want. So I personally feel like that's the kink in this whole chain right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they really want Thug 2 out of everybody, right? I'm sorry I cut you off. What were you saying?
They put all the villains, the worst of the worst in this indictment, in the trial with him because he's the one they want. You're gonna go out here and make millions, and you're gonna sit up here and try to shit on me, per Miss Funky ass Fannie Willis. Oh, okay, got me, bro. So that's what she gonna do. And it happened on her birthday, allegedly. That was her birthday yesterday. I don't know. I didn't check because I don't like her. But that's what I think it is. I think Steele is holding out because he like, we got this. You can't, you cannot retry my claim no matter what.
If you were Young Thug, what would you try to get a plea deal or would you keep the case going? Kind of what would you do?
If I was Young Thug, I would keep it going because they are losing. They have nothing on him. They proven the case against everybody else. They proven a lot of stuff. They proven that he is guilty by association.
Guilty by association. All right, I like that.
And what these young men have to realize, all of them out here rapping, y'all doing y'all thing, no matter how much you don't want to hear, but you cannot always take the hood with you. You have to lead if you want to be successful. You can come back every now and then, do a toy drive, do a coke drive, but you can't rescue everybody.
That's so true. That's such a great point.
Everybody, you can't be Captain Save the Hood. All that, we bros till we die. We can be brothers till we die, but from a distance.
Right.
From a distance, right? I heard that.
He's sitting there right now because he's guilty by association. Half the stuff these little villains and did, he didn't know nothing about.
Right. He's kind of stuck. Guilty by association. I hear you.
I don't even know what you out here doing, but I'm your leader.
Yeah. Yeah, they painted it as if he was the kingpin of this entire operation. Like Miss Love started her opening argument saying the king of the pack is the wolf, and the wolf of the pack is this and that. And it's just like, what?
And the wolf out here wearing dresses, doing his little songs, taking it to trial, and ain't know what he got going on in the ATL.
Don't even know. All right.
Make it make sense. So that's all I want. I just wanted to come up here and personally tell y'all I love y'all so much.
Well, thank you so much.
Smiling. AB, you know you my girl. I'll be like, they go my sister, that she let's go
All right, shout out to the sisterhood.
And it's so funny. I wish I was at home. I'm at work now. I wish I was at home with my 5-year-old. She'd be like, Mom, leave the AD on. Come on, let's go.
Oh
wow, that is so awesome. But listen,
it's leading AD.
So. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Samantha, for coming up. Really appreciate it. All right. Shout out to Samantha. Thank you, Samantha. Shout out to Miss Nikki, gifting 5 memberships. Really appreciate that. Shout out to Hannibal. Hannibal says, told y'all the state was waiting on the elections to drop the case.
You know what, Hannibal? You called that.
Right?
Y'all called that.
Shout out to Hannibal. All right, let us keep it going. We got Love Curly Hair. Love Curly Hair, how are you doing?
Oh my God, it's so good to meet you.
Yes, we see you all the time in the chat and supporting. Thank you so much for coming up. How are you?
I am well. I'm in Charlotte right now for business. So yesterday I missed the day. I had to watch the recall, but it was awesome. I was dying last night watching you guys. I was just dying watching you guys yesterday.
Thank you so much. Can you center your camera and then just let us know kind of how you feel about the case?
I think it's a mess, and it's a shame that they're going to wait
Curly.
for the. Hold on, I'm sorry, I don't do this all the time.
No,
it's
you're
a
fine.
shame that they're going to wait for the election to do this. I really don't think they should. I think they should get it done. It's a shame that they're going to have these people in jail and wait this long. It really is a shame that they're going to wait for the election. Like Hannibal said, he called it out. So
he did. If you were one of the defendants, would you take a plea deal or would you try to keep the case going? Kind of what would be your stance?
I would let it ride at this point. I really would. I would let, because there's nothing against, Young Thug. There's really nothing. And all the attorneys are great. I think they have a good case to get it all, dismissed altogether.
Yes, we will see. We'll see what happens. Of the 6 people, how many do you think are going to accept plea deals?
Oh, that's a hard one. Probably a few. Probably a few, but I think that Young Thug should stay in it all the way.
You think Young Thug should ride it out?
Oh yeah, let it ride it out. Let it ride it out. I really don't think it's a bad case. It was a really bad case, and I think that Love got demoted. Love got demoted. And I think somebody had mentioned that they were asked their money back if they were in law school with Hilton.
That's exactly right. It costs $70,000 a year, Emory Law School, and imagine, Hilton is one of the professors over there.
Yeah, I would ask my money back.
Asking for your money back, right? I hear you. Well, listen, thank you so much, Love Curly here, for coming up. Really appreciate it. You can come up anytime, all right?
Thank you, guys. Thank you so very much, AV. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Safe travels.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, no problem. Thank you so much, Love Curly. Thank you. We got a big shout out to Ollie. Great question. Says, can thugs sue after this, right? And unfortunately, no. The district attorney has, a wide amount of immunity, and they are allowed to bring prosecutions against people. And to be fair to Fannie isn't the one that indicted this case. She could have. And a lot of prosecutors, they'll just say, I think I'm just going to go ahead and indict it. I'm just going to go ahead and draw it up. But when there are big cases, when there are political cases, they don't want to be the ones making the decision. So they call in members of the public, and they get them together and they call them a grand jury, and they allow the grand jury to decide. And so this case was indicted by a grand jury. And so members of the public are the ones who kind of who stamped this prosecution. And so it's not like Thug can really sue members of the public, right? Now, those members of the public didn't know how Fannie and Love and Hilton were going to screw up this case. They didn't know that. But at the end of the day, if you get prosecuted wrongly, there's generally nothing you can do. You can just hire an attorney, pay him tens of thousands of dollars, and then you win the case. And then you get a pat on the back. All right, you're free. And that's it. That's our justice system here. There's typically, you don't get your attorney's fees back. You don't get compensation. You will get $1 million or $2 million or $3 million sometimes if you spend, 30 or 40 years in jail, in prison. But shit, man, keep those $3 million. I want my 40 years of freedom, right? I don't think spending 40 years in prison wrongfully is worth $3 million. So great question, Ollie. And again, thank you so much for being the stream sponsor. And if y'all want candles and soaps and fragrances and things like this, please check out the link that is in the description. All right, shout out to Maxie says, Lead, you should have an inside plug at the courthouse. That's what AV just got us. That's what AV just got us at I'm Not a Lawyer, but And unfortunately, all of the attorneys, man, they're busy working right now.
They are. I did get in touch with Doug, but he's not working this week. He's actually on vacation, so he wasn't able to join us. But that's the thing. Like usually these things we take time to plan. You guys know I've been planning with Ashley Merchant for like a week and a half, but they're still working, you know. And right now this is like mission critical for their clients, so it would be tough to get the defense attorneys to step away.
Super tough, and you know it's not like Hilton's gonna come up.
There are some people that kind of probably don't like us.
A little bit. Big shout out to Red Bunny Classic. Thank you. I don't even know if Red Bunny Classic is still in here, but thank you so much, Red Bunny Classic, for the gifted 10 memberships. Let's keep it going here. We got Christopher Woods. All right, looks like he's in the woods. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm in the country.
I love it.
Watching from Florida.
All right, shout out to Florida. Thank you so much for coming up, Christopher.
Yeah.
Kind of, what's your take on all this? What do you think about this case and how's it going?
Man, I've been watching this for a minute with you guys. I found you during the Trump case.
Gotcha.
I've been stuck ever since. What I will say is that if I was Young Thug, I would tell him to run it. Tell him to run it. Take it all the way to the door, because at this point, you done took me out of the game for about 2 years, cost me a lot of money already, and you know you don't have a case. So I'm here to embarrass you with the fire attorney that I have. That's the best you can get out of it, and then make a whole bunch of money back rapping about them.
Thanks. I beat the RICO case, right?
You got to be careful who you surround yourself with, and that's kind of hard because some of these people are the only people that you have that are going to be loyal to you. And so, for the ones that have maybe a record already, take the plea deal. Don't get out to people's face. Go on and move on and get out your life. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with them because you already have a history. You know how this stuff goes and how people look at it. You're going into trial. You don't know how people feel about you. But for Thug, you got an attorney. Everybody has a good attorney. For him, he has an attorney that is for him. He's gonna go to jail for him. He's gonna, he's going. You know what I'm saying? So this is a tough one. I've been watching all these mistakes, and I'm not even an attorney, but I have been in trouble in my life before. I changed my life. Thank the high Lord. Got out of it. But what I'm saying to you is that at some point when I watch this and I listen, I said, man, I'm so glad I don't get in trouble anymore, because if they could have railroaded me like that.
Right.
They could have, you know what I'm saying? If the court system is that way, the judge and they're having these meetings and the DAs are all together like that, then, oh man, I was very lucky. The DA smiled at me, said, I'm giving you one chance, How many times you're gonna get that, So I love what you guys do. I'm very grateful to be up here. And I think because it is political, they're probably gonna wait.
Yeah.
Wait it out.
Yeah. It's political. It's the high times right now. Even though she probably has Georgia on lock, she has that area on lock. It's still, I don't know if it could swing a vote for the Republican candidate, even though I'm voting for Trump. But I don't think it can swing it. I don't think it can, change what her outcome is, but it could in the future for any other type of office she tries to go for if this whole case blows up in her face.
100%. 100%. Listen, thank you so much, Christopher, for coming up. Really appreciate it, brother. You can come up anytime. All right.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a blessing.
Excellent. Shout out to Christopher. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Rod Factor. Thank you so much, Rod Factor. Rod said, man, I had a dream that Fannie lost the election by 2%. All right. God.
Well, the birthday is still going on tonight. Should party at Tyrese's house.
I know there's a party at Tyrese's house for Fannie's birthday. Can you believe Fannie ain't even invite me? She ain't even invite me. I've been following her closer than anybody besides Nathan. All right, Nathan following right behind. And she didn't invite me. I'm right down here in Atlanta. All right, but at any rate, big shout out to Rod Factor. If somebody could write Rod in the damn chat. Man, they lost by 2%. Who did she lose to? That's the question. That is the question. Who did she lose to? But really, really appreciate you, Rod. huge supporter of the stream, of me, of AV. Cannot tell you guys how much Rod is supported. So please, somebody write Rod in the damn chat. Thank you, Rod. All right. So we had a guy last time. Let us bring up a girl. Let's bring up Carmen, and then after Carmen, we'll get infantry mindset. How you doing, Carmen?
Hey.
How are you? How are you?
I'm making breakfast because I'm on the West Coast and it's still early.
All right. What do you think about this case, Carmen? Kind of what's your take on it?
I agree with you guys when you were talking about Brian Steele possibly holding out, because Young Thug has the most to lose, and they can't just make a snap decision like that. They really have to think it through. And I was watching Dear Woke Christian the other day, and someone on there was saying, don't know if it's true or not, that's allegedly some people in the DA's office there are fighting over who's going to get Young Thug's stuff. You know what I mean? Including his pink Lambo. So
Wait, what happened now?
So allegedly, because it's hearsay, I read it over on Dear Woke Christian a few days ago. Someone was in the chat saying that there's been talk about certain people, they didn't name any names, are fighting and arguing over who's going to get Young Thug's possessions and money and his pink Lambo.
If he goes to prison?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to go to prison? Do you think he's going to lose the case?
No.
So how would they get his stuff?
That's their thinking. The
Who
point
is
it's the DA.
The DA wants the stuff.
Yes, that's what the folks were saying, as far as allegedly there's talk about them in the DA's office about some of the reasonings behind why they're pushing so hard. You know what I mean? Some of it is like, okay, it's political. Okay, what's her name wants to look like she's really holding up the law, blah, blah, blah. But there's some other, things going on behind the scenes, allegedly. I don't know. I'm just repeating it. So anyway, I just think it's probably for the best that they do wait until after the election so they can have more time, all the defendants and their attorneys take more time and figure out what they want to do. But I already know Brian Steele's like, F that. We're not taking any deals, not guilty, So
if you were in Thug's shoes, would you take a guilty or would you try to keep it going?
Oh no, I keep it going. Because if I know that I didn't do anything wrong,
Well, I mean, I really should ask this.
I know what you're going to say, the system, this and that, whatever, but I've had that happen in my own life, maybe not from a legal standpoint where I've had people come at me a certain type of way. I step back, I let a little time go by and things were made clear. You know what I mean? So, I've heard all the arguments, yesterday on your channel, other channels about just go ahead and, take this, take that. But why would you accept a guilty plea, even if it's a plea deal that's like 2 years and then you're off, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You know what I mean? Because you have to think about everything else that comes later and how that's you have this label on you now, ex-felon. No. So.
All righty. I hear you. Well, listen, thank you so much, Carmen. I really appreciate it. Enjoy your breakfast. Yes,
I got my slime hat on, so I'm trying to get in the energy.
All right.
Right, AB.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Shout out to the slime. Thank you so much, Carmen. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Man, this is for real. This is for real. Where is my man at? And AB, I'm sorry, I'm kind of monopolizing everything. Why don't you ask questions for our next gentleman? We got him coming up though. Infantry mindset. How are you doing, brother?
He's got his MAGA hat on.
I think you're muted. We can't hear you. No, we still can't hear you. I can see your full background though. It looks nice.
It looks great. He's got an amazing setup.
100%.
If you hit the settings button, you should be able to play with your, if you could still hear us, you should be able to play with your microphone and see the inputs.
Shout out to Infantry Mindset. While we're waiting, if you have any
Cash apps?
yeah.
Okay.
Or actually just help him out.
Okay, all right. So Infiltrate, if you can hear me, there's a cogwheel that says settings on the bottom of this.
All right, am I
there? You are.
Yeah, all right, we got you. We got you.
Infantry guy. I'm not the smartest. I'm still working this out.
No, you are on it. You are on it. Listen, thank you so much for coming up. Also, thank you for supporting. You are a content creator yourself. Let everybody know where they can find you, what you got going on. I don't know if you can center yourself a little bit, kind of scoot over. Just a little bit. There you go. That's perfect. That's perfect.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to make it about me, but one, I want to say shout out to you, Lead. I took advantage of your one-on-one. If you guys don't know, Lead offers one-on-one calls. It really just kind of changed my whole thought process about getting into YouTube and just and being in this kind of realm. Infantry officer, I'm retired now from the military, and I really wanted to do something that was going to allow me to be closer to my children, so I didn't have to spend so much time out. So that's what I'm working on now. But for me, what I really focus on is healthy conversation. We got a really important decision coming up November 5th. On my channel, there's no secret. I will tell you, in the infantry world, we are very much pro-Trump. But with that being said, I want healthy conversation because I have friends on both sides, and it's not about bashing anybody. It's really about us really just having a good conversation and figure out, what do we like, what do we don't like. And I think that's what the world is missing. I feel like everybody kind of picks their own side and then they kind of stick with it. But if we conversate more, I think we can get more done. So with that being said, that's what my channel is about. If you guys want to come check me out, I appreciate that. But going back to you, Lead, I just want to say, man, as another Black man, my prayers are with you, brother. You're so strong, man. You are really a motivation for me coming out of the military and seeing what you've done with your life. And I know you're dealing with some things.
Thank you.
I'm a big God-fearing man, and I know God's got your back. And AV, I really appreciate everything that you've done to support Lead because, I look at you and I'm like, man, you're literally playing Robin. And sometimes it's a hard sacrifice. And I think it's now starting to pay off. And when I check and I don't see leads on, I go immediately to AV. So I already know one of y'all are doing something. So it's great. As far as the trial is concerned, I watch every single day. If I can't catch you on live, I go back and watch the videos. I am here's my problem. My problem with what they're trying to do is it's not so much did Young Thug have some friends, or did he even do things that could be considered criminal, or whatever the case is, right? Because he could be guilty of a lot of things. It's how they're weaponizing and how they're manipulating the truth to further push their point of him being something that I don't think he was. Do I think that he is very polarizing and that he had people that followed him, and maybe people didn't do good things, bad things, maybe so. But do I think that he was people were doing things and then bringing him money? Like a RICO is, you think more of like the mafia, like people are out doing criminal activities. You go rob a bank and then 20% of that goes to the boss. I don't think Young Thug was getting any money from anybody. I think actually he was taking care of people, and I think that he was a big motivation for a lot of people in the Georgia area. But I also feel like he's an inspiration for a lot of people that are in his I guess his realm and where he came from, and how they can have a better life. And so I don't like what they're doing. I think if he legitimately broke some laws, I think they should have just played a fair game. And if he was guilty, he was guilty. The problem is you can see where they are constantly manipulating the truth and they're stretching things. And I feel like it's a slippery slope. If you say, well, Young Thug's probably guilty, so we're going to let him get away with it. It's just to me, it's not right. So it's the integrity factor, and I don't think the prosecution's had high integrity during this entire trial.
Definitely not. And just
Yeah.
going back to your point, I totally agree with you on the kingpin thing. I do not think he is an Al Capone. I do not think that he is at the center of a RICO conspiracy. Look at Diddy. Diddy's at the center of a RICO conspiracy. That I mean, that's a little bit different as far as RICO. But you did mention politics. Do you think that this case is politically motivated and has political undertones?
Yeah, I think Fannie made a point, and I think she made it very clear publicly that she was going to go after people that she felt like was bringing the community down. And I think here's a problem. I think surface level, if you look at the YSL case, you may be persuaded to think, maybe that's a good thing that they're doing. Maybe they're really cleaning up the streets. And then when you get into the insight and you realize no, it's not. It's literally, this guy is nothing what he is said to be. And so I do think it's politically motivated. I think it's crazy if they do wait until after the elections to make a decision. That's very frustrating to hear because this man's been in jail for 2 years. And, here's the other thing too. I think that if the prosecution has proved anything, they've proved that, him being behind bars, he is not doing anything, or if he was, at least on probation or on bail, there's nothing that he is doing that could be considered detrimental to the case. So I think regardless, I think he should be out on bail, being able to fight for his freedom. But with that being said, I do think that he should take the mistrial. I think that he needs to put the pressure on them. Like, guys, you've seen how this has gone. You've seen how many mistakes the prosecution has made. Like, do you all really want taxpayer dollars to go back to fighting this all over again? But it's a pretty big decision. And I think Steele's got to be looking at this too, because I don't think that Brian Steele's like any other lawyer. I think he said, regardless if Young Thug goes broke, he is going to fight this till the end. And so it's a big decision for him to say, you know what, I'm going to take another year or 2 years out of my life to rededicate myself to go through this all over again, because I think he's made the decision that if this takes 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, he's going to be with Young Thug the entire time to make sure that he gets a fair trial. So it's a lot of pressure, I think, on the attorneys. It's a lot of pressure on the defendants. But if it was me and I was in that situation, I think I would take the mistrial and I would make them have to do it again or let me go free. So
wow. Yeah. Excellent points. Excellent points.
Shout out to y'all, man. Much love.
Lee,
I'll be watching you guys from the back end. Thank you for letting me come up.
Yeah. And
no problem.
it was so good to meet you. And thank you for all the support of both of us over the past few months. Huge valued member of the community.
100%. Big shout out to Infantry Mindset. And y'all go check my brother out on his channel, guys. And shout out, if you are military, put your branch, put your MOS. If you're a veteran, if you're a depender, shout out to the dependers. If you are past military, present, future, put your branch, put what you got going on. This country would be absolutely nothing without our military. Thank you again, Rod. And I do want to take this, not to put too much sauce on it, guys, but you mentioned the consultations about the YouTube stuff. And you heard, I am not a lawyer. She got laid off at her job. She had just come up here. She's the one that was talking to us. She's in the courthouse now. And she was in the courthouse yesterday when it was all going down. And we heard about her story, about how she got laid off of her job. And she was just like, well, I'll just start a YouTube channel. And guys, y'all think because we're older, oh, well, that's not something we can do. When I started my show, I was 44 years old. I didn't know how to work the camera. I didn't know how to do any of this. But I was like, I just got, if I believe wholeheartedly that if you're 35 years or older, you have experience, you have wisdom, you have knowledge, and people want to know it. People want to know it, even if it's just interest. What do you got going on? Let me show you. I made a video about that's in my course about how much YouTubers make, because a lot of you guys don't know. You're like, oh, well, it's not worth it. Why would I do that? And YouTubers, we don't show you how much money we make. That's not a thing, but it's kind of gatekeeping. And it's kind of like, oh, we don't want you to know. People are like, Lee, why don't you become a judge? Well, we just saw Whitaker and Glanville. How much do they make? They make $139,000 a year. All right. That's how much they make. And when I show you guys, because I want to be transparent with you, because I see what YouTube, social media has done for my life, even though I'm older. And I show you guys, well, listen, these are my analytics. These are my statistics. I made $116,000. But guys, this is for half of the year. This is for half of the year. This is not the whole year. This is half. So you got to double it. So 116, but that's not all of the money, right? For the course that I have that teaches you guys how to do YouTube, y'all see my earnings right here. For half of the year, it's 154,000. So that goes on to the 116,000. And then, I got the Rumble deal, and I was making about $57,000 for half of the year on that. And so if you add it all up, guys, for the year, let me go back here. For the year, half of the year is $327,000. And you just heard, I am not a lawyer. She's like, well, I didn't have anything else to do. And now she's thriving. She's got what, 40,000 subs or something like that. AV's got 50,000. You killing the goddamn game.
Go.
54,000. I mean, if you guys knew, how much money you can make, people are like, Lee, why don't you become a judge? They ain't no judges making, 327,000 for half of the year. They're not doing it. Right. And I'll be, not to put too much sauce on it, guys. Like, I'm in my house. My kitchen is right there. The door is right there. I'm just in my house. I'm in a spare bedroom. And somebody do 327,000 times 2. And that's not all of the money. That's not the cash apps that you guys send me. That's not the consultations. That's not the advertising, the campaigns, the marketing that I do. That's not any of that stuff. So guys, what I'm telling you is just try it. Just try YouTube. Just try this. I'm old, right? So I didn't want to deal with any of the editing. I just cut my camera on. I'm talking to you. What's up? Tell Fanny to put her panties back on. That's me, right? I'm just talking. And to be able to make this type of money, 327,000 for half of the year, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Now, I'm not saying you're going to start off making that, because you will not. You will not. But the way it ramps up, it will open up your life. I think when I had when I had 10,000 subscribers or 15,000, I was making like $3,000 a month. And then it got up to 20,000 a month. And then it got up to 50,000 a month. But don't think about the 50,000 a month, guys. Don't think about that. Even $8,000 a month would change some of y'all's lives. So if you want the course, I made a beginner's course and a advanced course teaching you guys how to do this. Just try it. And I got a special coupon code. If you put Thug in, you get $200 off. Now, how much is the course? Most of these courses, they cost $2,000, $2,500, and they're 2 to 4 hours long. Is my course $2,000? No. Is it $5,000? No, it's just $500. And if you $550, I think. And if you use the code THUG, you get $200 off. So you get the whole course for about $350. And is the course 2 hours long? No. Is it 4 hours long like all these other courses? No. My course, guys, is 18 hours long. 18 hours long. I put the whole thing in your mouth. All right. Please try the course. money back guarantee. $350. Put code in. I just put the link in the description. Put it in there. Get your $200 off. Just put the code Thug. 14-day money back guarantee. If you don't like the course, just email me. Said, hey, I took the whole course. I didn't like it. I want my money back. No problem. All right, no problem at all. So big shout out to everybody who has taken my course. Shout out to Michael. Michael C just bought the course. Thank you so much, Michael. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Guys, just try it. You know, I've sold way over 1,000 of these courses. I can promise you, you have never heard one thing bad about my course, not one, because they are amazing. And if you're older like me, and if you got laid off like I'm not a lawyer, if you just hate your job, if you're happy, do not take the course. Don't take it. Keep being happy. But if something in your life is like, oh, this isn't right, I want to change, just try it out. All right, just try it out. All right, let me bring up, who do we have up last time? We had infantry mindset, right?
Yes.
It was a
woman.
It's a woman. All right. Why don't you talk to Donna? Let's bring Donna up. How are you doing?
Hi, Donna. How you doing?
And just so you know what I do, my tag is dog.
Donna, it's kind of hard to hear you. Do you have your phone laid against something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
better?
Yes, much better. Great job.
Okay.
Great job. Go ahead.
When I write messages, it's under "It's a Dog's Life."
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah,
That's your
because
username.
Yes, that's what
Awesome.
I've been writing to you guys with.
Mhm.
So I was on 2 days ago,
That's right.
and I said mistrial,
Mhm.
and I said if they plead, it would be like 5 years or under. So we shall see. Half mine went right, but you know. And Lead, I have enjoyed as well your divorce discussions. Sadly, after 34 years of being married and 41 years of being with my husband, he just left me.
Oh no, I'm sorry about
Yes.
that.
So it's been earth-shattering,
Yes.
to say the least. And it's been insanely expensive, like you were saying. I mean, I blew through $6,000 at a blink of an eye with my
100%.
attorney, and we haven't had a scheduling conference yet.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
really?
Yes. So I there are just some things that I don't understand that I wish I understood more. I do a lot of research. I've researched the judge that's on my case. I've, researched alimony in the state of Maryland. It's not good. Only 0.02%, think about that statistic, get indefinite alimony.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
And considering how long I've been with him, and I have some really serious medical conditions, I have things in my brain. It's called cavernous malformations. So they're all over in my brain. So I have a hard time. I have seizures, have headaches, that sort of thing. But as you can see by me talking to you, it seems like I'm a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be a big fight over that. Anyway, so I've really appreciated the stuff that you put on. I've definitely watched it all. And it's just hard, I wish I have big memory problems. So I wish I'd known, for example, at the beginning of my case, I should have written down every single time I applied for a job. Because that's, of course, one of the questions. Have you tried to find a job? And if I had known that ahead of time, I would have written all that down. But I didn't know, so I don't remember.
Yes.
And by the way, people, finding a job is really hard. At my age and being a stay-at-home mom for 20 years, I'm shocked. I mean, I used to manage a law firm. I used to do recruiting. I have a bachelor's degree. I have gotten one interview out of probably 50 applications. And that was for a job that I was overqualified for and still didn't get it.
Exactly. Everybody's saying how hard it is in 2024 to get a job. So you're exactly right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're going through all these health issues, Danny. You know, I've been going through some health issues
I
this year
know.
myself. So I
Lots
just
of
really,
prayers.
yes, I just really wish you, you know, so much strength and patience and peace. You know, what I wish for myself, to be honest. So
Yeah.
I'll absolutely keep you in my thoughts, Donna. You can come up anytime. All right.
I appreciate it. Real quick, let me just say about this case. Oh my gosh, I was so with you guys when it came up and she actually said, are we going to do a mistrial? I was feeling every feeling you guys were feeling because
Yes.
we've been saying this over and over again. And when you, Lead, were kept saying about how their rights are being trampled, that's what I said last time I was on.
100%.
Quit trampling their rights and do something about it. So I loved it.
All right. Well, thank you so
Thanks,
much,
guys.
Donna. I really appreciate it. You could come up
Bye, AB.
anytime. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you guys so much. Let's bring up the doctor here. The doctor says, hey, Lead, the real question we should be asking is, are the mental health implications associated with the decision to take the plea deal? And how does that impact not only the individual involved, but everyone affected in this case? The real question.
So she's a psych nurse practitioner. So I think it's a good question. I think she's asking, as they are going into this negotiation process, when we think about somebody's state of mind when they sign a deal or a project, a plea deal or a contract, what is their, like, how does that play into the process? Because, you know, when it comes to contract law, that is one thing. Like, you want people to sign something knowingly, and you know, like being competent in that, not under duress, things of the like. You know, these guys have been in jail for a very long time. So hopefully they're clean. They're not taking drugs under the influence, things like that. They're not being coerced. You'll see a lot of that language in plea deals as well. But I think that's where she's going with this. But those are just some of my thoughts. What do you think, Lee?
Yeah, it would just depend on the plea deal. You know, there are some plea deals that people get and they are happy as hell to sign because they get out of jail and you know, it's a great plea deal. There are sweetheart deals. Some of the people in this case got sweetheart deals in the very beginning. They were like, hell yeah, sign me up, cut me loose. So, you know, it's going to be a lot of joy and relief to sign these deals. Now, there are other deals where you're like, man, I know I'm screwed. Shout out to Monk Tunk. He signed a deal with 30 years probation. He knew he was going back to prison. And he might go back again, guys, because listen, y'all know he got sentenced to 5 years. Well, what happens, you know, after 5 years? He still got 23 more years on probation.
And he's in his 40s. He's in his 40s.
Yeah, I mean, he's going back. You know, so it's another trauma. Now you could be saying, well, I don't really care about Moontunk's trauma because look at what he did. Drive-by shootings and assaults and this and that. You know, why are we worried about these people's mental health when, you know, they were victimizing people in the community?
Yeah.
You know, we saw all the shell casings. We saw that old woman talk about she was with her man in the bed and he got shot and she got shot.
Yeah, the woman with the wig, she was reaching for some vodka and she got just randomly bullets riddled her house. I think Moontunk was one of the shooters for that one.
That's the thing. So it's like, you know, it's tough. It's tough. That's a great question. That is a great question. It's a lot of mental health associated with these plea deals. And even if you look at Woody, like some of these people, their mental health might even be in question before the plea deal.
Yeah.
You know, we saw that Woody, you know, he was in special education classes because of his disability. Being in those special education classes with those other kids, I mean, that could be a whole mental trauma in and of itself.
Yeah. That's a great conversation. I do have an update from Kathy from Law and Crime. It is confirmed there is no court tomorrow in the YSL case. It appears the plea negotiations are ongoing. The plan for now is Monday at 9 a.m.
Monday at 9 a.m. Guys, jeez Louise. Ain't that something? All right. Oh yeah, but thank you so much, Doctor. I appreciate it. All right, let us bring up, because this might be the last one, guys, because we've been up all this 3 hours, but you know we cannot shut this thing down without bringing up the one and the only, the Little Gaming Channel.
Yeah, GC, it's been a minute.
Shout out to the Little Gaming Channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. Coming. Oh, this is a treat for us, brother. How are you doing?
All right. How are you doing? Let me center myself. Can you guys hear me?
Good. Yes, your audio sounds amazing. Let everybody know who you are and what you got going on your channel.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Aaron, and I'm with the Little Gaming Channel. I have a gaming channel that I started around the pandemic, and it just continued on. Something for me to do in my, spare time. I wish I had the luxury of quitting my job and doing this full time, but I get paid well, and the channel is not going that well as well as I want it to, because I can't focus on that like I should,
Right.
So you have to continuously post in order to get the algorithm recognizing you.
So right. So you're making too much money, man. That's the thing. Those are golden handcuffs, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I wish I could stop.
Well, listen, everybody go sub to the Little Gaming Channel. I am subscribed to him, especially if you like gaming content. Amazing, amazing content creator. But as you could tell from all of his commentary and all of his remarks in the chats, guys, this is an amazing human being. So tell us, Little Gaming Channel, kind of what are your thoughts on this case, on the plea negotiations? Kind of how do you see it?
Can I ask you one quick question here that I put in the chat earlier, and then I'll continue on from there?
Yes.
So if they decide not to accept the mistrial, does that hinder them from asking for more mistrials? If they don't accept this, if they don't come to an agreement, will this stop them from accepting any more requests for mistrials?
Great question. And the answer is no. The judge offered them a mistrial, but basically offered them a mistrial without prejudice based on all of the accumulated errors, but specifically based on the incident where the young man was reading the document and the document was unredacted. So that was an error that the state made. And so the judge says, hey, based on this error, do you want a mistrial? And they can say no. But what's going to happen next week? Is going to be another error. It's going to be another error. And so the judge, for that, they can make another motion for mistrial. They've made 40, 50, 60 motions already. They can refuse this motion, or they can refuse this offer for a mistrial and then accept the one that's going to come on Tuesday. Because another one's coming. This judge has just pretty much reached her limit on the quote unquote sloppiness of the state.
Right.
So great question. But yes, they've made so many motions, tens of motions for mistrials, and they can continue to make them even if they decide to reject the motion or the mistrial offer that's going on today.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't think it would be a mistrial. What I think is that if, just say they had to run this case back again. One, I don't think they could find a jury pool because, like you said yesterday, everybody heard about this.
Agreed.
Right. And then how would the public feel about Fannie Willis, Love, and everybody after they screwed this up, and then they want to run it back again?
Right.
It'll be just a catastrophe for their entire office because they screwed it up, and then you want to run it back again. So,
yes.
So I think they really are trying to work out plea deals right now. But I also wonder what kind of deal are they offering
each
Jeffrey
person?
Williams?
Oh,
yes,
because he's the head of the snake now.
Yeah.
So
Allegedly.
Right. So what kind of deal are they really offering him? I just wanted. So let me ask you this: so can they offer some a plea deal, and then the rest continue on with the trial? Can it work out like that? Can it be like a mixed up?
Absolutely. Because some people can plead out and the case keeps going. Some people got severed. the case keeps going. Some people can accept the mistrial and the case will keep going. It'll keep going until either the judge stops it or the prosecution decides to stop it, which they'll never do, or there's some type of plea deal, or it goes to the jury. But absolutely, one person out of the 5 can say, "Okay, I want a plea deal, so I'm going to end it," and then the other 5 will keep going. Or one person can say, "I want a mistrial," and the other one say, "No, I don't want to," and that person can receive that mistrial, and the other people can keep going.
Yeah, yeah. I think this will. I think everyone else will take a plea deal if that's where it's going. But I'm just really curious about Jeffrey, about King Slime. I want to know what they're offering him since he's supposedly the face of this entire thing. So I really, because Steele is up there fighting for him.
Yes.
So I want to know what he's talking to his client about and what they're negotiating, you know?
You're so right. That's going to be the hardest deal to work out. Primarily because, like you said, King Slime, he's the head of the organization, supposedly. That's on the one end. So he's got the most culpability. But on the other end, he's got the best attorney.
Right.
And Steele is not going to let him accept some BS deal. Steele is going to want the best deal available. Steele might just, well, okay, give me 1 day of house arrest and we'll plead to a misdemeanor and pay $1,000 fine.
I think they've talked about that before. He's offered recently, I think within the last month or so, offered to get him out on bond one more time and have him on house arrest. I've seen one of those documents recently. So I think you're spot on, Lee. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're exactly right. So that's another thing that Steele is such an amazing attorney. And then another thing that we need to look in or take into consideration is that they're winning the case.
Right.
You know, if the judge has said that the prosecution has to be done by December, Steele might tell Thug, "Hey, listen, man, you only got 2 more months in here. You've been in here 2 years. What's 2 more months?" And then we get to go. Our side, you know, all of the defense counsel at most will take a month. So if you spend 90 more days, you've been in here 2 years, nigga, 90 more days, and this can be done forever.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It could be done forever.
Right.
So it's like, if you know that you only got to do 90 more days, how much are you really gonna accept with the bullshit?
Right.
Right? If it's some crazy, oh, you're gonna be a felon, you can't have any weapons, you're gonna waive your 4th Amendment rights, so cops can pull you over at any time. They can pull over your bus on the tours, they can come in and search your home. Do you have any guns? Do you have any marijuana? Are the people that you associate with, are they felons? Do they have guns? You know, you can't be around anything. To be a convicted felon, for some people, it's relatively easy. Like if I was a convicted felon, it would be easy for me because I'm inside. You know, I'm not outside. I don't associate with people who, you know, tote guns all the time. And it's not like my employment's going to be affected. There's a lot of felons on YouTube, guys. If you're a felon and you can't get a job, come on YouTube.
There's some G's, like there's some gangsters on YouTube. Like,
for real. So it wouldn't affect me much. And it would not, him being a felon, Young Thug wouldn't be being a felon, wouldn't affect him in terms of his employment. But in terms of his nightlife, in terms of who he can associate with, how he can protect himself, it would be devastating. And so that's going to be such a huge tension because Brian Steele is not going to want Thug to plead to a felony, but he's the head of the snake, just like you said. It's nothing but felonies. You know, if you're Fanny, how can you let him get away with a misdemeanor?
Right.
And you've been saying for 2 years he's the head of the snake, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, and also Fannie Willis and her team will look bad if they offer him a sweetheart deal.
That's such a great consideration. Because it's almost like admitting defeat.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
It's like, if you're Fannie, I might as well just take you to trial and lose.
Right.
Because at least if I take you to trial and lose, at least I can blame the jury. But if I give you a misdemeanor deal, I gotta blame myself. You know, it's like that's my fault.
Right. After 2 years of doing this crap.
Yes.
Then you offer him a sweetheart deal. So he has to do some time. I think they're gonna give him, you know what? I don't know. I really can't call it because he got Steele on his side fighting for him.
That's the thing. Now they might say, well, listen, I can't see them coming off of a felony, but I can see them saying, hey, you've already done 2 years. So we're going to sentence you to 2 years, but you've already done it. So time served. So we get our conviction and we get 2 years incarcerated.
Nah.
But here's the thing. If they do that, at least they got the 2 years and can call it a win because they got the conviction. But if they go to trial and lose, they don't even get the conviction. They don't get anything.
Just a waste of taxpayer dollars, millions.
Yeah. And even if you offer him a deal, like you said, they give him 2 years, 2 years time served. It's still a sweetheart deal.
It's a sweetheart. But the thing about it, it's a felony. It's a felony.
So
A lot of them got felonies. They're not worried about a felony.
I don't know. I mean,
they're not trying to get a 9 to 5.
But they got guns everywhere. And they're smoking weed and doing all this, the syrup and all that shit. Because you can't, and a lot of times if you're a felon, you have to submit to random drug tests.
And searches of your home, I think. You got
Yes, especially when there's syndicated news says we have some breaking news about this case. What's the news? AV, do you see anything on Thug or anything? I mean, you're so right that Little Gaming Channel. It's a rich situation.
Yeah.
It's a situation with a lot of complications.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I was Brian Steele. I don't know. That's the thing about Brian Steele. That's the saving grace for attorneys. It's not our decision. All we got to do is present you with the pros and the cons with me and the Little Gaming Channel and AV. We just give you all these considerations, and then we sit back and say, okay, Thug, what do you want to do?
Right.
Because it's your case and you're the one who has to risk it. Because there's risks either way, right?
Right.
Whether
Yeah.
you
Yeah. So if I ever had anything going on, I would either hire Ashley Merchant,
yes,
Steele, or Arturo.
Yeah, right? That's exactly right. Shout out to Arturo. That's
hands down, empty out the credit cards. Yeah. Those
yes.
Yeah.
He came over my house a couple of days ago. Big shout out to Arturo. But yeah, you cannot go wrong with an experienced criminal defense attorney. They're really worth their weight in gold.
Yeah. And one last thing before I go, because I got a meeting coming up in a minute. I want to thank you for making me realize how important defense attorneys are. Because I really never thought about it because I'd never been in a lot of trouble. So I really never needed a defense attorney.
Right.
But watching your show, watching Arturo come on your show, watching Steele fight for Jeffrey Williams, watching Ashley Merchant come up there, learning about the whole GACTO organization and things like that, it made me really appreciate defense attorneys. It made me really appreciate them and what they do, man. They are fighting for, they come in, a good one will come in and fight for us until the end,
Yes.
So I thank you. Thank you, AV. Thank you guys for really educating me to that fact.
No, thank you, Little Gaming Channel, for all your support. I always say, guys, and y'all already know, like, somebody write TLGC in the chat. He is one of my principal supporters. My channel would be so much less without him, especially considering all of his commentary. He said something yesterday. I was like, he said the real shit.
Yeah. That's why I got to be careful on YouTube, because sometimes I can be a little bit blunt. So, yeah, I gotta watch.
Oh, they were talking about his comment today on that particular channel, right? So like, shout out to the gaming channel. I mean, but that's really what you wanted. That's really what we need more in this community. We need strong Black men who are not involved in this BS. That who are educated, experienced, don't even need to be making a ton of money like the little gaming channel is, but just got his head on straight, and just got the wisdom and experience to communicate this stuff to the younger generations. You could tell, like, the people that have gotten on this stand in this trial, they didn't have that. Woody didn't have that. Wooney Lee doesn't have that. The dude with the sickle cell didn't have that. So many people just lacked a strong Black male figure. So it's so great to have this community comprised of people like that, and there's no one better than Little Gaming Channel.
This is the best community I've ever seen. So that's why I keep coming back, because I enjoy everybody. And the chat is awesome. Everybody is awesome, respectful. It's just an awesome community to be a part of. And I thank you guys.
And you're just a huge part of it. You are a principal part of it, and everybody's a part, but there are parts and then there are parts, you know what I'm saying? And so I just always want everybody to know how big of a part you are. And it's always a blessing when you can come up and share some of your knowledge and your perspective. And even this conversation has just been filled with a lot of nuance and things. And that's what I love, because, having thoughtful, nuanced conversations on the internet is so difficult. It's so difficult. Yeah. So you are always welcome to come up, but I always like the chance to get to thank you personally for all the support that you've shown me and AV in this channel. It's just been amazing.
I appreciate the both of you guys.
No problem. Big shout out to the Little Gaming Channel. Thank you so much, Little Gaming Channel. And again, guys, if one of the mods could drop the link to my man's channel in the chat, and you're welcome to come up anytime, brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, AV.
Anytime.
Yes, please go and support the Little Gaming Channel, guys. Thank you so much, Little Gaming Channel. Also, guys, if you want to support Ollie's, Ollie is a stream sponsor. If you want to support Ollie's business, his link is pinned to the top. Thank you so much, Gail. Also, the code, we did have a Labor Day sale code. It was $225 off. That code, I think is all used up. I think there were 15 slots left, and I think there are only 20 slots for the Thug code, and you get that for $200 off. So go ahead and take advantage of that if you would like. I know some of the comments were saying 225 off, but that was my fault. That was the Labor Day. This one is 200 off, guys. So and just write Thug in there. Big shout out to Thug, and the code is in the top of the description. All right, guys. So what was the final take? It was no court today, no court tomorrow. What is tomorrow?
Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday. And so then it will just be court on Monday, supuestamente. But we got to be honest with ourselves, guys. This is probably the end of it.
Oh, what are we gonna do?
This is probably, we got to be honest with ourselves. Their lives, our entertainment. Our entertainment is probably come to an end. I seriously doubt that they are going to negotiate this for days and weekends and then come back and say, okay, let's pick a jury. Let's put the jury back in the box. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. So it might be, I don't know. If Thug, this is just like what the Little Gaming Channel was saying. If Thug reaches an agreement, everybody else is going to reach an agreement.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be so interesting if everybody else reached an agreement and it was just Thug alone. Because they're going to have to offer Thug such a sweetheart deal, because Thug ain't going to take nothing less. But he was like the Little Gaming Channel was saying, he's the head of it. So how can they give him a sweetheart deal? Then you got the elections coming up.
Jeez. Then the holidays, you're going to have some time off in November. And then she wanted it done before December 15th. So mid-December, because she didn't want to go into the December holidays.
Yeah. But shit, December, we might not make it through next week. Because guys, a plea deal, they can do a plea deal and they can reach a plea deal in the morning and close the case in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I've done that numerous times. You get on the phone and say, hey, what about this? And the prosecutor's like, no, honestly, I can do that. Well, shit, let's run it. Can you bring my guy over? Yeah, I'll bring him over from the jail, show up at 1:30. I show up at 1:30, we close the fucking case. I mean, that's how fast it can be. It can be fast. This whole case could be over on Monday, the whole damn thing.
Yeah, we're on documentary duty right now. I'm like pinging them. I'm like, y'all gonna be working this weekend.
Right. And the one that has the hardest job, I mean, the toughest decision is Young Thug and Steele, because we all know that they're winning the case. The jury doesn't remember what happened a month ago. Do y'all remember the witnesses 2 months ago, 4 months ago? Do y'all remember the witnesses from 6 months ago? Half of the jurors, they're not even taking notes. Half of the jurors are asleep in the box. Sylvia said that half of the jurors are talking to one another while the witnesses are testifying. They don't even know if shit has been proven beyond a reasonable doubt because they're asleep. So this is going to be a tough one, but I definitely think there are some people who are going to plead out. I'm like little gaming channel. I just don't know if it's going to be Thug.
Yeah.
That one's going to be
look like maybe there's a reduction, because I think, let's say we continue. I think it would be Thug, Yak, and Shannon that stay.
And can we be honest, guys? You know, we're talking about plea deals, and imagine you're the state, but can we be honest? Are we just going to ignore, Yak being in that car? Are we going to ignore Shannon being in that car? Are we going to act like they were at home sleep? Now, you can argue that it doesn't matter what they did. It matters what the state can prove. And you're absolutely right. But if you're the prosecutor and you it's like, oh, I don't know, but yeah. Right? Are we gonna act like all this shit is made up? You know what I'm saying? I mean, should the case have been brought? No, because the Fulton County District Attorney's Office is incompetent. Obviously. But are we gonna act like these ninjas ain't do nothing? I mean, they can't prove it. I think they can prove nothing. But does that mean that they did nothing?
Well, I mean, that's the crazy thing. It's because with some of these plea deals, you see people getting immunity that actually committed crimes, like Lil D, Woody, Montunk. Like there's proof of those crimes. But as far as the 6 defendants that we have left, what is actually tying them to this narrative? I haven't seen that. We've been looking for Rico for weeks, months.
I haven't seen it either. I haven't been paying the most attention, but somebody shot Nut.
Right.
And apparently, the person that shot Nut was in an Infiniti. Is that right?
Yes.
Of a certain color.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, Yak, SB, it was some people riding around in the area in that vehicle of that particular color. And the phone calls, pinging off the cell towers. And Nut's dead. Now you can say, well, fuck Nut, because he was IF, he was a gang member himself, he had it coming. That's how they view it in Mexico. I lived in Mexico on and off 4, 5, 6 years. If the narcos, if they kill themselves, no one cares, because you signed up for it. When the innocent bystanders get caught in it, that's when you're like, ugh. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's hard because I'm in Atlanta, all right? These ninjas are around me. I don't want to get caught with a stray. I would like for there to be no strays. And people are shooting up houses. What did Woody say? Didn't Woody was like, oh, I got immunity? Okay, yeah, I shot up your man's dad's barbershop. I sprayed it. I think you're muted, AV, for some reason.
Oh,
Can you hear?
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Rich Homie Kwan's father's barbershop.
Yeah, shut the shit up. Well, shit, I don't want you around, Woody. At least around me. You know, you're admitting to crimes and you got immunity. Imagine your shit getting shot up. Where is the justice for you? If this YN can just get on the damn stand and admit to crimes that have not even been solved to try to get the head honcho, and now the head honcho gets a sweetheart deal. What about my fucking barbershop? What about my life? What about the members of the community, the regular people, the regular us? Everybody's like, yeah, free Thug, free Woody. It's like, well, what about us? You know, we're just living as people getting shot with strays and shit. People are getting victimized. But then, you know, nobody was madder yesterday than me about what the fucking judge was saying about fixing the prosecution.
Yeah, you were on one.
So it's like, you know, we got rights too. We're in a country with rights, and it's so messy. It's convoluted. It's convoluted. And I don't really know what the right answer is. Because it is a little weird that, you know, Woody's making $80,000 a month on the basis of him testifying to crimes. I would go out on a limb and say out of the 8,000 people in here, most of y'all are not making $80,000 a month. And y'all aren't, you know, getting caught with machine guns in rec centers, and y'all aren't admitting to shooting up people's buildings. Right? It's deep, guys. And so everybody's like, yeah, free thug, slime life. Where do I pay my $25? I want to be stamped in. And you got women getting shot up in their homes, laying in bed. What did that woman say? She said the pain was excruciating. Excruciating pain. She said she would never wish it on her worst enemy. It was excruciating. Getting shot up. But free everybody, right?
The conundrum.
It's like, man, but then you want to say free everybody because look what's happening to their rights. Mm-hmm. These people have rights too, and their rights are being violated. So free them today. Why are you doing them like this? But you know, how far can they be celebrated? I don't know. It's deep, but of course, you know, this prosecution is just 100% a shit show. 100%. And so it makes sense as Americans, we're like, no, our rights need to be protected. Even if we are murderers. Murderers have rights too in this country. Serial murderers, people getting caught with machine guns, people shooting up businesses, you know, people doing drive-bys. Every American has inalienable rights. And when those rights are violated, like we saw yesterday, people should be outraged, no matter if you're a murderer or not. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be a good guy for your rights to be upheld. I don't know. It's deep, guys. You know, shout out to America. Shout out to our justice system. And you know, we see Steel, and the little gaming channel was talking about how great Steel is and the importance of criminal defense attorneys, and it all makes sense. And for every steal, what do you got? You got a Melnick. Y'all saw how he was taking people's money, clients' money. The Georgia Supreme Court, the same court that we read, reversed Brian Steele's conviction or order of incarceration, order of contempt. That same court is the court that suspended Melnick for 6 months because of how he was doing his clients. Wow. He was a criminal defense attorney. He was Woody's attorney. Mm-hmm. What about Moontunk's attorney?
Oh, we didn't even get into that.
Moontunk's attorney saying, yeah, I Love gave me the paperwork. I assumed that it was the same. So I read, I signed it. I gave it to Moontunk to sign it. I just assumed it was the same. I didn't read it to know that Love had changed it.
Where do we begin on that one?
Right. So you got Melnick, you got that attorney, you got the judge over here talking about she's trying to help the state. She's trying to fix their errors. Did she ever say she was trying to fix a Brian Steele error, a Adams error, a Doug error, a Max Shart error? It's so interesting. Who were the errors that she was constantly trying to fix?
The state. Throw the case as you try it.
And people are like, lead attorney, why did you retire? Look at our system, guys. That's why I get on my knees and I thank the Lord for YouTube. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I don't want to. All right, look at Amy. That is exactly how I am every night, boy. Don't make me go back in this wretched ass courtroom. It's too many considerations. That's why I love having the little gaming channel up here. There's too many considerations. Big shout out to Lauda G. Oh my God. Shout out to Lauda. Y'all don't know who Lauda G is. Shout out to Lauda G. She just bought the beginner's course. Thank you so much. Shout out to Fortress. Fortress bought the advanced course. Fortress like, I need to make this fucking money. The beginners, y'all can take that shit because the advanced course is about the money, guys. That's the thing. So shout out to Fortress. Priscilla. Oh, that's her. I think that's her thing right there. Priscilla just bought the course. She says, I just bought the course, nigga. She said, I have a YouTube channel but need some guidance. Shout out to DW. Shout out to DW. Said, I've been a social worker for 30 years in Michigan, and I'm ready to retire early. Thanks, Leading AV. Listen, if you've been a social worker for 30 years, you have seen some shit. You've got a perspective. You've got a wisdom. 30 years. Jesus. And big shout out to Michael as well. Michael bought the beginner's course. Thank you so much, Michael. AV, do you have any cash apps or anything?
Yeah, quite a bit. Shout out to Monique, who sends me $2, no comment, no question, pure love of the game. Thank you, Monique. Shout out to Ashley, who sends me 10. She says, for you to share a water with Mel. Thank you so much. I actually want to, thinking about reaching out to Mel and doing like a collab soon. I think
that would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be really, really great. So I'll reach out to her. Thank you so much, Ashley. Shout out to Tevin with $1 says, I'm a mail carrier. You guys keep me going. Thanks. Oh, look at that. Shout out to our postal workers. Thank you, Tevin. Shout out to, this is one of our favorite paralegals. I'm just going to call you Regina. I forget y'all's username sometimes, but I recognize your picture. She sends me $50. She says, for the best. The paralegal Regina. Yes, thank you. Really appreciate that, sis. Super generous of you. Shout out to Keita G with the 10. She says, actually, no, this is a different Keita. Keita sends $10 and says, good work, AV. Love seeing you and Lee together. Thank you so much. We make a really good team. Shout out to Tila with the 5 says, hi, AV. My 40th birthday is on Saturday. Salat.
Salat.
Happy early birthday. Shout out to someone else who wants to remain anonymous with $500. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. We work really hard over here, so we do what we can. We do what we can to keep you guys informed minute by minute, hour by hour on what's happening with this trial. But also, like Lee was just doing, having those deeper conversations.
Yeah.
Like the law is so much of a gray space. There's a lot of gray areas. And I don't think people talk about that minutia as often as we should, right? So thank you so much for that super generous Cash App. Shout out to Kimwana with the 10, says, I work at every school Slime Life Shorty attended. Wow, Kim.
Wow.
So you watched him grow up to see him have this rap career and potentially end this trial by reading the words Free Quay.
That really did it, right? Free Quay. That was the end of it.
You saw, Kimwana. Thank you so much, sis. She is back with another $1. Says many times they mention a street I'm near. Oh wow! So this is like you're. It sounds like you're in Atlanta and you're hearing a lot of this stuff in real time. So thank you so much, Kimwana. Shout out to D Sly with the 5, says, what if everyone takes a deal but Thug? I think we kind of answered that question a little bit. We got into that with the conversation with the little gaming channel. So thank you so much, D Sly. Liz hits me with the $1, says, I think she's trying to say Fannie wants to seize Thug. Oh, this is a woman that was asking about when she was up asking about seize Thug's assets. I think she was saying. Thank you, Liz. She's back with another. Says seize Lambo and money because she wants to keep. Can y'all imagine Fanny in a pink Lambo? That'd be interesting. Liz back with another $1, says, I think YSL is a menace to society, but not a Rico. Thank you so much, Liz. Shout out to the notorious Kevin Brooks with the 20, says, for the love of the YouTube game. That's right. We are here. We are here. Thank you so much, Kevin Brooks. Ashley hits me with the 5, says, tell Lee to cover up all that cleavage.
The titty meat.
He's got the hamburger joint. Thank you so much. And then lastly, this is Janice, Nurse Janice, sent me a PayPal, says, thank you, AV, for everything, sending you love from the UK. You and Lead are amazing. Thank you so much, Nurse Janice. And I hope you enjoyed your daughter's wedding recently. That does it for me, Lee.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Kicking It with Courtney. Says, stop acting like Whitaker and trying to clean up this for the state. They simply don't do their job, Lead. Sorry. Yeah, they've not been doing their job. I mean, I agree with that. Shout out to the beautiful Amy E. Said, who would be able to walk away from that? This is how our criminal justice system functions. Yes, 100%. The beautiful Amy E again says, if those same prosecutors will let you walk free today, or else you can stay in jail without bond and we will continue to trample your rights without any immediate recourse. True. True. The beautiful Amy E says, everyone wonders if they will be pleased in the YSL case. I don't have any idea, but let's put it in perspective. Okay, so you left 3 super chats. I read them in the wrong order. They put them in the wrong order for me. I'm sorry about that. But thank you so much, the beautiful Amy E. Thank you, Amy. Shout out to Jason. Jason Sorensen says, what Judge Poopy Pants said yesterday should infuriate every lawyer, citizen, and dog, all right? It was the most egregious thing I've heard from a judge. This just highlights how broken our system is. Agreed. Agreed. Shout out to D Money. Says, I want to see Moontoon's face on my man. Listen.
Oh,
Moontoon gonna be mad as hell. Everybody plead out. Moontoon went to prison for 5 years. For 5 years a few days ago.
Exactly, in like a span of a week, away from 8 kids.
He got 8 kids
and a grandchild on the way.
Jesus Christ. Ugh. D Money is exactly right. This case is so nuanced, guys. There's so many moving parts to this case. Shout out to Full Drinking and Half Thinking. Thank you so much. Says, realistically, they ain't clean. Same speed. The preservation of the law is key. Thug and them losing daily because they going back to the cell. A case-wise defense is amazing and winning. I agree. I absolutely agree. Full drinking that thing and always dropping knowledge. Shout out to the beautiful Ari Nicole says Fanny will get fluids on her back for her birthday weekend and then make a decision on Monday. Fanny didn't even invite me to the festivities. I mean, I don't want to be a part of those festivities. Shout out to Nathan, but you're exactly right, Ari. She ain't worried about this goddamn case. So thank you. Ollie the McCall says Thug gonna carry on, but with bond, still knows the appeals going overturn this case. Yes, they got a strong. Ollie's right. They have a strong argument for appeals.
Huge.
Ollie's exactly right. Shout out to the beautiful Monique Adams has become a new member. Thank you, Monique. Shout out to Anthony. Anthony says, as much as I want these defendants to get a good deal and for this sham of a trial to be over, I hope we can keep this amazing community family together. It's been a crazy ride. Yeah. Somebody put that damn Boys to Men on. It's the end of the road. We're going to have to file a new trial. I think the suitcase trial is wrapping up.
Yeah.
So what's the next trial? The Puffy thing ain't going to be the same because they're not going to televise that.
It really is Karen Reed.
When is that supposed to start?
January 27th. So
January.
after the holidays, but we have good time. I mean, with this group, since I'm up here, I could do what Mel did, be on site. I might even set up and get a Rule 22 and really just make it innovative if we want to, do it here, so lead is on the ground and I'm in the courtroom.
Yes, really. We should do that on your channel because you would be actually there. You would have the inside track. You'd have the knowledge. That'd be amazing. I remember when I did that for Tasha K and Cardi B. Well, I was in that damn courtroom. That shit was amazing. It was amazing. Shout out to Tasha K. But yeah, shout out to Eric. Eric says the only way the DA won the teacher RICO because the DA had unlimited resources and the teachers were low on funds. Yeah, Eric is talking about Fanny brought a RICO case against public school teachers here in Atlanta.
That's right. She did do that.
Fanny's diabolical. Schwan says, AV, is your email for consultations pinned to your channel?
Yeah, Sean, I responded to this one. If you guys want consultations, I do law school consultations. So people that are thinking about going to law school, YouTube consultations, people that are thinking about doing channels. I've done 3 or 4 of them this week. You can go to av7digital.com and that's how you get in touch with me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Shout out to the Golden Lounge says, I bought both of your courses, the beginner and the advanced money course. All right. It's definitely helping me build my channel. I bought another course for $2,000 and it didn't give me half of what your course did. This is what I'm telling you guys. Everybody's selling their courses for $2,000, $2,500. I would have sold my course for oh my God, I would have made so much money, but I was like, no, especially because, my people, I ain't gonna hit them over the head with it. I'll do a little 350, a little 350. And, but thank you so much, Golden Lounge. I really appreciate your testimonial, your vote of confidence. I really don't push the course as much as I should, but there is nothing that has changed there are 3 or 4 things that have changed my life more than you guys know. One was divorcing my ex-wife. Oh my God, that was amazing. People are like, oh, divorce, oh, failed marriage. Fuck that. Getting out of that fucking relate, and I'm not talking about her or whatever. Shout out to her. Just me getting out of that, me extricating myself out of that situation. I saved myself. I was going down the wrong road and I saved myself. I found myself going down the wrong road again after 20 years doing this law shit. It just wasn't for me. It's for some people. It's not for others. And I just got sick of it. I got sick of, y'all see the corruption. Y'all see the injustice. I got sick of it. said, well, let me just try this YouTube shit. And it was just to get my knowledge out. And it changed the course of my life. It's just me, guys. I don't have any kids or anything. What am I going to do with 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month, 50 grand a month? Once you start making money like that, it changes your whole way of life. I remember the first month, it was a couple years ago, it was January. I made $150,000 in 1 month.
God.
150,000 in 1 month. And I'm a small content creator relatively. Don't look at the MTRs. Don't look at the O'Shea's. Please don't look at Ab and Preach. Don't look at their money. Don't look at that DJ Blad money, that academics money. Don't even go over there. Millions coming in. I'm a small fry. So when Golden Lounge Man said, listen, guys, y'all just don't know how powerful social media is. These kids know, but we don't know because we're old. But shit. It's powerful. Shout out to the notorious Kevin Brooks says, poll question lead, who has taken the most? Oh, this is a great question between Love and Hills. I know my man ain't in the chat, but I'm going to ask this. I'll just ask you instead of doing a poll. Who took the most L's? Put Hilton if you think it's Hilton. Put Love if you think it's Love. I got my vote. Who do you think took the most L's?
That's a hard one.
This is a great question. Great question. I don't even know if my man's still in the chat. No, you know. All of y'all are saying Love, and I agree. There are a few Hiltons, but I didn't want to say it, but Love, man, she's just intolerable.
She says, you are unprofessional. I've never met somebody more unorganized. And they know each other. They worked at the prosecutor's office at the same damn time.
When you say they, you're talking about Judge Whitaker and Love.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, D Money says Hilton took the biggest L because of Woody.
I agree with that. That's the first thing I thought about. The biggest L's that I think Hilton has taken is this right here.
All of this? I mean, now y'all are making me I was just gonna say Love just off the rip, but if Hilton lost the fucking case.
Look at her mistakes. Mistake number one, putting Woody on the stand, losing control over Woody, getting Glanville taken off. That's a big L. And then this, free Quay.
I mean, the Hiltons might have a point. The Hiltons might have it, guys. I didn't even think about that shit. I was just reacting off emotion.
And Hilton, Detective Dennis. She lost Detective Dennis.
Oh, all of that happened on her watch.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a damn law school professor at Emory, which charges $70,000 a year. I was just gonna say Love off the rip, but when you break it down analytically,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, the whole case ended on her watch, guys. When I say her, I mean Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to CJS. Home for Xmas. Thank you so much. Shout out to Finn says, I won't lead healthy. Man, I'm trying. Appreciate you leading, AV. Thank you. Shout out to a girl from Texas says, just because AV rocks the hell out of cream and white, you look beautiful, sis. I see Lee showing all that cleavage on the damn screen, okay?
Hamburger meaty.
No goddamn hamburger meat. Big shout out to Mr. Patrick says, no way Brian takes a deal, accepts a mistrial. He already won on appeal. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, listen, this might be it, man. This might be it. I would be surprised if a jury came back on this case.
Mm-hmm.
With all the except for Brian Steele. God, but that'd be such a weird scenario. Imagine just Brian Steele, just King Slime.
That's it.
Everybody else is gone. And to be fair, we did start with 30 ninjas.
28.
And now it's just 6 in the courtroom. A few of them are severed, but this whittled down real quick.
Mm-hmm.
It would be crazy just to see one case with the king.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aaron. Aaron Cooley gifted 10 memberships. Is Aaron still in? All of y'all are gone. I know we've been going for about 3.5 hours. Do you have any more cash apps?
I believe I am all caught up.
All right, guys. Well, we might end it here, and this might be it. This might be it, guys. This might be the end of the saga. I know. I don't know if the plea deals might be televised.
Yeah.
Because they televised other plea deals.
They have. So we might get some action there.
This might be it, guys.
Mm-hmm.
At any rate, I know that first of all, I want to thank everybody. Jesus Christ. Everybody in the comment section. We topped out at a little bit over 12,000 today. Topped out a little over 12,000 yesterday. There's been so much interest in this case. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who is in the back. Thank you so much for coming up. But we've been on for 3.5 hours, so we're not gonna make it. But thank you so much for everybody coming up in the back. Big shout out to the little gaming channel for coming up. Always love talking to that brother. It's been crazy in the chat, so thank y'all for always supporting everybody who gave cash apps. Big shout out to Mr. Anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see in the banner right there. Thank you so much to Slater Betts. Thank you. Official RY Nirvana. Red Factor. Thank you so much, Red Factor. Y'all are supporting so much. And I definitely want to give a humongous shout out. A humongous shout out to the stream sponsor, Ollie the Macaw. Shout out to Ollie. You see him right there. The link to his wife's business is pinned to the top, guys, especially the ladies. If you want fragrances, if you want soaps, creams, candles, all that, please hit that link and just check it out. I know you're going to love something. So shout out to Ollie, always showing this channel so much love, so much encouragement, and so much support. Thank you so much for yet another sponsorship, Ollie. Somebody write Ollie in the damn chat. Gifted so many memberships. God. Oh my God. Shout out to Ollie the Macaw. Big shout out to sponsoring this stream. This might be the last stream on this. So you sponsored the right fucking what, Ollie? Go on and close it out. So big shout out to Ollie. And I know that me and AV, we talked to you guys, gave y'all our commentary on this case and what's been going on. Please trust and believe, however, that none of this has been legal advice. I am not your attorney. I am the lead attorney, and I'm here to help you lawyer up. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who bought the course. Shout out to Laura G. Louder. Shout out to Fortress Q, the beautiful Priscilla. Priscilla bought the course. Shout out to Michael DC bought the course as well. Thank you to everybody buying the course. Again, guys, go check out Ollie's wife's business. And thank you guys so much for joining. All right. I am not your attorney. I am the lead attorney, and I'm here to help you lawyer up. Big shout out to Ollie the Macaw. Thank you so much, Ollie. Really